Where does this end? It ends with you dead and me in jail? Absolutely. But I'm at least going to try it.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. Feidelberg just got waxed 7-0 in rock, paper, scissors. 2 game sets each, so he lost 14 straight rock, paper, scissors.
Vibs for Vibs winning
A
6 in
chance
a row.
at a skunk.
This is pure luck. How does it keep happening? Vibs.
A sweep, a skunk.
14 and 15.
Well, you tied. You didn't win any.
No, I won the very first one.
Okay.
It's a 2
Well,
game
so then
series.
still.
It was a 3 game series. You gotta win
So
2.
you won the first one, and then it was 14 straight after that.
14 and 15.
You fucking loser.
It's nuts.
That
it's
is-
nuts.
This day for John.
It's been going great so far. I've had a marvelous day.
Well, I mean, I guess that's saying a lot because you got absolutely obliterated, and you are the laughing stock of the office because of this outfit. So, I don't know what to, I mean, go on and have a great day.
I look nice.
I mean, go watch on YouTube, folks. Like, this man, his head is now through the roof.
I'm just trying to make sure you can see the whole thing. I think I look nice.
No, I know you do. I know you think you look
How
nice.
about this? Zach, who's gay, said he said this is continuing the trend that John can wear whatever he wants and make it look good.
So that's the thing. I think there's a difference between pulling something off and looking good.
Fucking Gollum.
I think you, if I were to wear that, I would be literally laughed out of the building. I would have to go home and change. You do like pull it off where it's like, yeah, I don't know. That's just John. He wears like fashionable shit. He looks like a fucking skateboarder, like hippie, homeless man.
Homeless.
Yeah, homeless.
It's
just a homeless look.
Hang on, I'm not wearing the full thing. I don't think you saw what I wore when I came in.
What more can we add to the ensemble here?
I think it really ties it together for me.
That rug really tied the room together.
I just
It might be a rug.
I just can't imagine putting on that outfit in the daytime, in the morning, and being like, here we go. I'm going to tackle this day. And now I'm talking, I'm just a guy who wears like hoodies and jeans and fucking, joggers and sweatpants and hoodies. I'm never going to be, no one's ever going to be calling me on the cutting edge of fashion. And that's what he wants to do, and that's what he does. But when the cutting edge of fashion are just gigantic corduroy pants, like enormous corduroy pants. Someone said, give Frank his shorts back. That's how big these fucking pants are. They look like Frank Fleming's shorts. They look like someone took like rolls of material, like they took the drapes off of their fucking window. No, that's nice. That actually makes it look better because it covers up your dumb shirt.
Ties the whole thing together, bitch.
No, it hides your homeless person's shirt is what it does. But it also is so wide and boxy that it makes you just look like a fat, square homeless person.
Homeless person who's eating good.
But you are a paradox because I don't know why. Oh, and also your hair just looks like, we said you look like a reject member of 98 Degrees.
I was in the band.
You were in the band and then like failed to transition into anything else of success. So now you just...
I'm the guy who...
You're Nick Lachey's brother, right?
I got hair
No,
shit
the other
on
guy. The bald guy.
Yeah. The guy who, like, he didn't even work out for the album cover. It's just him in a black wife beater, like, skinny little arms.
That guy,
Except they're like Steve, not even a curl,
Can you find me that guy's name? Shout out to that guy who I think was, like, almost like a social experiment, Marshall Henderson style, where he was like, these guys don't even know how to find it because they're like, who the fuck are they talking about? Yeah. They got the youths over there being like, 98 what? Who?
Drew Lachey?
Yeah.
No, that's the brother. We need
all right, we got
if you put
Justin
ugly guy
Jeffrey.
from fucking, put ugly guy from 98 Degrees.
Justin Jeffrey, Jeff Timmons, and then the Lachey brothers.
So
It's not a Lachey brother. Because they're hot.
Justin Jeffrey.
I think that guy was
Jonathan Littman.
It doesn't matter. We threw out like 5 different names. That guy, I think, was showing up to work, quote unquote, showing up to work every day for 98 Degrees, being like, I can't believe they're letting me in this fucking
I
band.
can't believe I'm in this blind boy band.
Like-
This is unbelievable.
like Backstreet Boys at that point were on top of the world. Justin Timberlake was on the precipice of superstardom, and that guy, look at that fucking guy.
Oh, he's not bald. He just had bleached hair. I'm gonna see
And
the album
that
cover.
dude was like, I'm in a boy band. Look at him. He did put on the shirt though. He did put on it. He did put on a beater. Like 98 Degrees would go to the pool and he would swim with his t-shirt on. And that guy, he was like, I guess I'll just
He
get.
showed up. They've been planning this album for fucking years. And he's like, hang on, you guys were lifting weights?
Like
we mean shirtless album cover.
Nick Lachey was probably like, bro, you didn't do a single sit-up.
I don't think my email's been working because no one mentioned a shirtless album cover here.
Look at him with that terrible hairline, the fat face. I'm sorry, I don't mean to knock this guy because deep down, this is actually an appreciation segment because I love the fact
It's way deep, buddy.
it's a real deep cut. You got
You
to
set up an oil rig, you can find it.
like he did the impossible. He was in these boy bands. If you weren't around for boy bands, you don't understand. They were a phenomenon, man. They were a sexual music revolution.
The whole world wanted to fuck a bunch of 16-year-old boys for a decade.
For a long, like forever.
Let me explain the 90s to you. There it is. Grown women wanted to fuck young boys openly for a decade. And the young boys were leaning into it.
Like there was always hot women in music. You got like Madonna and Mariah Carey and these sex icon women, but then all of a sudden the boys took back the power.
But back then with the young women, even in the 90s, men had learned how to be perverts. Men would say, "Ooh, she's gonna be a problem when she grows up."
Right. Women were just like,
women were like,
"Let
"Let me see Justin Timberlake's cock right now."
like you had moms of the actual targeted age group being like, I'm gonna fuck my daughter's favorite singer. I'm gonna go to the concert with you. We're going backstage, and I'm gonna leave you out there while I go fuck Chris Kirkpatrick.
There were people named Martha laying in bed with her husband saying, "If I had a hall pass, it would be that 15-year-old boy down in Orlando, I think."
But like all the bands had one ugly guy. There was Howie.
Howie wasn't ugly.
No, AJ.
No, you did.
Give me AJ from Backstreet Boys.
McLean.
So Clem's wife.
I didn't know his last name.
What do you mean I don't know his last name? Because I fucking know what I'm talking about.
Howie, AJ was.
AJ, this dude's not ugly.
He was like kind of the.
Whoa. Hey, but this is Dancing with the Stars. This is different. We're talking 90s. These also every boy band had a guy in the band who were like, you're like, is he a security guard? Is he one of their dads? Like, how does it make any sense? AJ was that one of the Backstreet Boys, I think, where it was just like, it was a bunch of 15-year-olds, and then there's like, why is there a 40-year-old in the band?
Yeah.
Like,
right.
What's he do?
He
Does
was
he
the
just
problem.
drive them everywhere?
And then they also had Kevin Federline in Backstreet Boys.
Also a handsome man.
Kevin, not Federline.
No,
His name's
not
Kevin.
Kevin.
He's just Backstreet Boys Kevin.
Maybe Kevin Richardson.
Something like that. You're giving, we're being liberal here. We're being pretty liberal.
I mean, that's a handsome gentleman as well.
Well, I mean, yes. Again, you got to understand, we're talking like sex icons, though.
Look at this guy's jaw.
Yeah, Brian Luttrell's jawline could really do
What
some
the
damage.
fuck? Brian Luttrell's jawline looks like
You can perform surgery with his face.
that was weird almost. Yeah, their sunken cheeks. That looks ridiculous.
Yeah, that's how they kept the 15-year-olds going. It was a lot of cocaine.
Then over on NSYNC, you had famously Chris Kirkpatrick, who was the one with the hair that looked like the end of a devil stick. Remember those things?
The end of a devil
Remember
stick.
the devil sticks?
Oh, yes,
And
that's
it
even
had
like
the
the
little,
devil's
like-
stick.
Yeah,
Yes, okay.
And so he was the NSYNC member that was like, how the fuck did this guy get a job as a fucking, again, sex icon?
It's one of those like it was just like he was the guy who like delivered like food to them in the booth.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they were
it
like,
must have been.
They became so friendly. They're like, "You want to be in the band?
You can dance, right? Come on, man." And then there was 98 Degrees, which in general was a knockoff. Like it was NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. Yeah. And then along came 98 Degrees, and then there was like O-Town and all that shit. But those were the
Ashley
two.
Parker Angel, what's up, brother?
But 98 Degrees was for sure.
Your knowledge is impressing me right now.
This was the golden era, dude. 98 Degrees was Nick Lachey and his brother. And then I think like their two buddies.
Yeah.
And I think, you know what I think happened? You know what I legit think happened? I think Nick Lachey was the goods, right? He was the star. He was the bread. I think he should have just been like, I'm Nick Lachey, the pop star. But I think it was like, I got to bring my brother along for the ride. But we're going to be like a brother duo? That doesn't work. Let's get, Johnny and Joey and we'll be a fucking band.
What was his name? Justin, the other guy? Justin... So the Lachey brothers were born and raised Ohio.
Yeah.
And
they're actually normal cats, by the way. I really like the Lachey brothers. They're like, no, I would love to talk to Nick Lachey. Nick, come on the show. He's just like, he loves sports and beer. He wanted to just like marry Jessica Simpson, have a hot wife. And then I think he just needed to be like, well, we need to be a band, so we can't just be
Jonathan
like.
Littman?
I think it's Justin Jeffrey.
It is astounding how much we're struggling to find the name of the band
It's
members.
like just there's got to be one way to find out the name of this guy. it's like the guy in 98 Degrees who wears a shirt all the time. What's his name? This is crazy, guys. It's Justin. I'm going with Justin Jeffrey.
We got a crack staff of 3 people here with 3 computers, and we just can't get a couple names.
It's Jonathan Littman, right?
I don't know. You keep saying
right.
right.
You guys have the computer.
Jeff Timmons.
Dude, his Wikipedia doesn't have a photo.
Yeah, these guys don't even have their own page, huh? That's pretty bad.
God knows.
Justin.
Jonathan Littman for me comes up as an author. Okay, so the point of this all is that dude to 98 Degrees looks exactly like someone who was raised in Youngstown, Ohio.
Right.
Like the Lachey brothers were like, we're blowing out of this town, we're going
That's
on
what I'm
Hollywood, and then that guy happened to be hitchhiking that day.
I
And they were
think-
like, let's go, jump in the car, bro.
So yeah, we're talking
them, right?
Justin
Justin
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
There
Justin
we go.
Jeffrey.
Well done. Justin Jeffrey was like,
Nick, your guy's not even in the band.
Yeah, it says past members. You said he was a past member.
They're all past
It's
members.
the only
band
past
broke it
member.
up at this point. Nick Lachey's a past member.
bro, Justin Jeffrey was like, he like dealt them weed and fucking oxy or some shit, and he was like, come on, you're in the band now, bud. They are. I now that I'm thinking about it, I really would love to talk to all of them because they were. It's like a spoof that worked. Like they're not boy band material. I don't think they really knew how to dance. I don't think they ever actually did like intricate dances. I think they were always just the kind of guys like snap and move your feet, like yeah, whatever. Nick was clearly the hot guy. He was the superstar, and the rest of them just have no fucking business being these sexy crooning. No, bro, no,
here, dude.
no,
Bro, 98 Degrees had some Heaties.
I know, but they shouldn't have.
Okay.
They're
but
like,
but they just did like I think you're saying they shouldn't have been the sex icons that they were, which I agree with you. The songs were good.
Yes, that's fine. But it was just by the nature of like if you're 4 guys who make songs where you're singing about like fucking girls and being in love and stuff, you're gonna be in a boy band.
Okay, question here.
But by the way,
Say you
wait,
Photoshop me into this video. Who looks the most ridiculous?
I was gonna say let me compare their pants to your pants right now. It's about the same fucking size. Look at that! Pause. Look at that! That fucking sweater, the V-neck sweater with the backwards hat.
Red and orange.
And this guy, how about him? He shows up to the video shoot just wearing like a polo shirt. Yeah. You know, just like I'm wearing my best polo my mom laid out for me last night.
You could love to talk to them. I'd love to talk to a wardrobe advisor just from any time in the 90s. Justin's only wearing sunglasses inside because he actually needs glasses, and they didn't want to have to be like, yeah, he's 50 years old. Just give him.
He's farsighted.
Just give him sunglasses. We'll pretend he's cool, not blind.
Let's go through a couple more looks here. These fits are. I can't believe this was the best they. No, just go through the rest of this video. It's fine. The fact that these were the video outfits.
Wait. Also, you're gonna have to type in 98 Degrees. You're gonna have to because I forgot about the music video. That's all shot in a boxing ring. God, right there,
The
yeah.
best.
The hardest thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Turn this bitch up.
Oh yeah. Well, we
you
can't.
can't. But whatever.
Yeah.
I want to listen to it.
We got some strippers up in the mix, man. Nick Lachey is like a Cinderella man boxer. We got the leather jackets on the billboard.
Leather blazer coming back, by the way. You'll catch me in one this fall.
We're gonna talk about fashion. Look at that, the turtleneck sweater.
The ribbed turtleneck sweater. Look at that. The fucking that guy. That was just an emaciated man jumping rope.
I mean, these guys.
I'm learning now that it's not that boy bands were jacked. It's that I was 5. like it's not like, oh shit, they were all in such good shape. It was just like, no, they're just adults.
Yeah,
and you're a child.
Yeah, I mean, we got cargo pants and we got lugs, boots, chains. That looks like. You remember that store Structure?
Do I remember
that they just wear everything for Structure. Long sleeve crew necks. The sleeves were just too long. Like everything was just like down to here for some reason. Dude, big baggy pants.
One of my favorite Facebook comments of all time. A buddy of mine posted a picture of him like, I don't know, like flexing or whatever. This is in college, like senior year of college. Maybe even after that. Maybe even early 20s when we were still using Facebook a little bit. And he was only in a pair of Structure boxers, and he thought he looked like good. And someone has commented, "Bro, Structure went out of business in '97 or something like that." Whatever year it was.
10-year-old boxers,
and
dude.
then, like it just got destroyed. It was one of those things where like you're getting so destroyed you can't even take it down.
Right? Because then you just gotta wear it.
Yeah. Because then just everyone just comments on all your other pictures about it.
Yo, but this like I mean you're right. Like whether or not put your preferences aside. They all do this thing though, where they all just walk around in the background.
Yeah.
They don't dance; they just walk around while one of them's in the foreground singing.
It's not your hype man; it's your lioness. Everyone else in the band is a lioness. We eventually graduated the hype man. Everyone else is just walking around like sad boys in the background, heads down.
This is some good sad boy shit.
Heads down, kicking sand. Like, not my turn to sing yet.
Oh, this is where Jessica came in, I guess, huh? Yeah, because this is what happened. Nick Lachey bagged like. I think the hottest chick of that era. It was always Britney and Christina, and then Jessica came along, and I was like, yo, that's the hottest girl of the fucking bunch. And they became the it couple. Don't even get me started on Newlyweds, the original reality TV show couple. That you know what Jessica Simpson and Newlyweds is?
Was it? Oh, Jackie.
That's our Jessica Simpson and Newlyweds. Jessica, do you know anything about Newlyweds? Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey just had a reality show where they just lived their lives, and Jessica Simpson would just say ridiculous shit all day long. Like she got confused with tuna fish. She didn't know if it was tuna fish, if tuna fish was fish or chicken, because the brand was called Chicken of the Sea, and she was like, "Am I eating chicken or tuna?" And Nick Lachey was sitting in his living room, and he was like, he's looking at her, and it's actually very funny knowing, unfortunately, they end up getting divorced. They're sitting there just eating tuna fish out of a bowl, which, again, is some pretty normal people shit. Like, they never should have been famous. And she's like, am I eating fish or chicken? And he just looks at her like, my wife is so fucking stupid. and he kind of pauses for a long time, and he's like, what are you asking me right now? Like, are you fucking? Is this a real fucking question?
Can you pull the clip up for me?
Where's the remote? We can turn up the sound.
I need the alt.
It's so the pause. I think he puts down his fork and he's like, "You don't know if this is fish? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?"
The buffalo wing one is
the
my
buffalo
favorite
wings
one.
is amazing too. She doesn't know if she's eating chicken or buffaloes, right?
Yeah.
Is this chicken what I have, or is this fish? I know it's tuna, but it says chicken.
And he's just looking at her like,
So stupid.
he doesn't.
What?
He just shakes his head like God.
I've had tuna fish like sandwiches and stuff like this.
Baby, you and I have eaten tuna like this before.
Why is it called chicken by the sea or in the sea?
Chicken of the Sea is the brand.
She still doesn't get it.
You know, because a lot of people eat tuna. It's like a lot of people eat chicken. It's like the chicken of the sea.
I understand now. I read it wrong.
And he just like wants to watch the fucking game, and he's just like, he's sitting there like, how much?
The camera panned around like the Browns are down 60-0.
And you know he's just sitting there like, I mean, I know I married you for your looks, but like, how much stupidity can I tolerate? How much more? Can we get the buffalo wings? That was another one. that's the same sort of thing, right? She doesn't know if she's eating buffalo or chicken.
Yeah.
Something like that. She's like
She's like, where are their wings at, or something?
yeah. She's like, their wings are so small, or some shit like that. That's yeah. You hear him be like, babe, come on.
Son, why are they called buffalo wings?
That's a Jesus Christ.
But here's the deal. I didn't know. Like, it's also crazy how young they were in this. Like, they're probably, early 20s?
Yeah, they're babies.
Like, I don't know that I knew at 22 why buffalo wings are called buffalo wings.
That might be true, but
Like, I
you
just
didn't-
thought I knew buffalo sauce with the hot sauce. I did
Sure.
not know it was invented in Buffalo, New York. and
That's
that kind of
fine,
shit.
but
I knew it was chicken.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's one thing to be like, oh, I didn't know it was the state or like the city, but to think it was like the animal, it's pretty fucking dumb.
That is one of, like that. That's one I almost one of those like things like my brain refuses to retain. Like buffalo sauce was invented in Buffalo. Like every time I hear it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Like if you ask me outright, I could probably tell you, but it's not something I think about when eating. Because I eat buffalo wings regularly. I'm not like, oh, thanks to upstate New York for this. But like when like PMT just did the thing with wherever, I forget the name of the place, but it was like, yeah, we needed the sauce. And I was like, oh yeah, buffalo. Okay.
Well, you're an idiot too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Today, Jackie asked if crocodiles are different than alligators.
No, that's not what I asked.
That's exactly what she
Like-
asked, Nick.
I feel like that
Yeah,
that is what
That's
you asked.
verbatim.
No. I said there was a brief moment where I just like
She said, "Is there a difference between
said, is there a
alligators and
difference?
crocodiles?"
But then I asked a question that stumped you.
Well, I don't know the exact specific
I
difference.
was gonna say
between
no
them,
one.
No.
but I know that they're different.
It's like Mac and Charlie arguing about I forget what, and he's like, I don't have enough information to prove that you're wrong,
Right.
but you're wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
But in
You're
this
dumb,
case, but in this case, it's very.
But are
This is what I didn't know.
crocodiles and-
What is the difference? Like, are they from the
No,
same
no.
family tree?
Yeah,
Are they from
breed.
the breed? Are they different breeds of the same animal? All that. But the initial question was, is there a difference between crocodiles and alligators? As if you would just like a nickname, like they're crocodiles or they're alligators, but they're the same thing.
no. But my issue was, I'll admit I was wrong on that.
Yes.
My issue was you being like,
Well, that's pretty
you
dumb.
idiot.
That's pretty dumb.
But no, it was pretty dumb.
that would be like.
But then,
me-
but
like,
then
that would
if
be like
you
saying-
can't give me one
Jackie,
crocodile
that would be
fact
like me
after,
saying, like, are
Is there- is
tigers
there-
and lions the same thing? Like, they're very
no,
clearly different
no.
animals.
Like looking back on it, it was dumb.
Okay, that's all I want to hear.
But I want you to give me one crocodile fact, because if you're gonna act all high and mighty about crocodile facts, then give me a crocodile
I'll
fact.
say
She's fair.
I will
Or
say
an
this.
alligator
I
fact.
believe it. And now, if I can say something, I believe it has to do with eye placement.
This
I
is what I
believe
said.
one has
It's
eyes.
saltwater,
facing
What I
the
said.
freshwater.
I said I don't know which is which, but I think it has to do with size. I think it has to do with their
Pabs
tails. and I
actually
think it has
knows
to do
a
with their
lot
eyes.
about
Yeah.
But I
crocodiles.
don't know
Oh, yeah.
what's what.
Oh yeah, when you left the room, Pabs is like, I actually know a ton about crocodiles.
I was gonna let it.
What a
sit, but
freak! Fucking weirdo.
All right, you're the
Speak
weird
up,
one.
crocodile
Pabs.
weirdo.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
know that much. It's just always in my grandparents' backyard. I live in Florida, so I did some research. Is there a gator or an alligator? Is there a gator or a crocodile
Crocodile.
back there? And it was an alligator. Gators are in Florida. Crocodiles are in Georgia. One weighs like 700 to 1,000 pounds. The other weighs like 1,000 to 1,300
So
pounds.
size.
And then it's the snout is the biggest difference.
Sure. Okay.
So like Pabs, if he were to aggressively come at me and be like, "Oh, like you idiot,"
No, because
that's
I
acceptable.
don't, no. I'm not high and mighty about crocodile facts. I'm high and mighty about things having different names. They're different things if they have different names. That was my initial point. Was why would they
It's
have
a-
a name for a crocodile and an alligator if they were the same thing? They would just all be crocodiles.
That's a fair point.
No. The more we argue, the less. I don't want to argue this.
The more we
anymore.
argue, the less I'm winning the argument.
That's how having a bad argument works.
Oh, you're the best.
All right, the more we talk about it, the dumber it sounds.
We've been like obviously integrating the whole team here into the show, and it's just getting dumber and dumber.
Yeah.
Like we find out people can't swim. We find out people don't know things. It's just getting like for many years it was just John disclosing weird secrets to me, and now it's like at least we got 3 other people to take some shrapnel for you. You're getting covered because there's other idiots in the room.
Yeah. It is
my
nice.
God.
Like, John's dressed like an asshole. Oh yeah, well Jackie doesn't know what a crocodile is. There's all these people accusing each other of fucking up.
I'm gonna hide behind my Nectar sunglasses here. which are my out of all.
You been wearing them?
Well, I just got them yesterday.
I know. You
last
been wearing
episode.
them?
Well, I'll wear.
I
them.
know what I mean, but they're nice enough that you gotta wear 'em.
I know. I was gonna say like I'll wear them next Memorial Day, but they are sharp enough that I want to get some wears in. My feeling is that there's sunglasses season, and that during the fall and winter you don't wear sunglasses. I've been pointed out by many people that is abundantly stupid, but I've stood firm. And I do have to admit, though, that I want to get my Nectar on, so I'm going to rock these anytime there's a little bit of sun, no matter what the temperature is. It's an East Coast brand, which I like. I feel like sunglasses are always like West Coast, floofy, fluffy, fucking Jackie, California shit. Like, give me some fucking New York glasses, because like I could fucking they're not gonna break. They're not trash. They're gonna stay fit. They're fully sustainable.
Drop these in the gutter. They'll fucking be fine.
Yeah, when they go to the fucking subway and the alligators are in the sewer, or is it a crocodile? I don't know. Look at the snout. We'll find out. I'm here in New York.
If you wear those things walking by a Sbarro, they go, no thanks, not for me.
These are made out of 100% recycled water bottles, which I think that means that we are in business with Nectar because we drink so many water bottles here that we
balance each other out.
We drink so many water
Thanos.
bottles at Barstool Sports that it got me to care about the environment.
Yeah?
That's how many it is, because I take note and I go, this is crazy. We're ruining the environment. But no, because this ships right over to Nectar Sunglasses. What did you do, bite yourself?
No, I get like these weird tendon things.
Oh, no. Another thing. Take it to the hospital. Oh,
you caught it in your pocket. It's in your hood.
Meant to do that. Made from the recycled water bottles. And I've been dropping a lot of things. I think I'm having... I got a lot of problems. I think I have Alzheimer's, and I
definitely have Alzheimer's.
Okay, good.
For sure. We're in.
We can die together. First, but let me tell you, you can go get these sunglasses for our funeral. For my funeral, you can wear the sunglasses. Everybody wears funeral sunglasses, right?
Yep.
You can wear Nectar to my funeral once I'm dead, and you can get them for just $50. They're stylish. They're polarized. And if you don't want to get shades, you can get the blue light blockers, which are like the regular glasses that the 98 degrees guy wears. That'll keep your eyes sharp even when you're looking at screens and blue lights and all that. Right now you get a free pair of their best-selling blue light blockers when you go to nectarsunglasses.com/KFC. You could win a free pair when you shop during the holiday online shopping season. nectarsunglasses.com/KFC. You could win a free pair of the blue light blockers, and you're going to look sharp and you never have to worry about anything because they got a lifetime warranty that covers literally everything. Anything happens to these and you want to get a replacement pair, the day that you buy them till the day that you die, you can get a new replacement pair. I've got Alzheimer's. Why do you have Alzheimer's?
So it's a thing that's been happening forever. We started it with the fly. I just forget to pull my pants up every time. Then the sleep eating was happening. But now
I don't think that's a symptom of Alzheimer's, but continue.
But this is I'm not sure it's sleep eating stuff anymore. Because it's all right, last night I went to 7-Eleven. I just got some ice cream. And an Uncrustable.
You know what's funny? You've always been an ice cream guy. I'm on a crazy, my first ever in my entire life ice cream kick.
Welcome.
And it's like we're just like the amount of ice cream that me and you have probably eaten in the past like 3 weeks. I use a spoon and I eat them when I'm awake. You use your fists, your hooves, and you do it while you're asleep. But nonetheless, the ice cream consumption's off the charts.
But so last night I went at like 9:30 p.m., 9:30, 10 o'clock. I went to 7-Eleven. I got I think some ice cream, some beef jerky, some protein bars, Uncrustable peanut butter and jelly, which I ate on the street, and right just outside. I just ate it over a trash barrel outside of 7-Eleven. While a homeless man was standing next to me eating a cheeseburger, he just warmed up inside.
Have we just totally given up? Is that what's happening here? Have we given up on life?
I think so.
Truly? Like it's been a running joke for a while, but now this sounds like the behavior of a flat-out homeless person. You're eating an Uncrustable right outside of 7-Eleven.
I just threw the wrapper in the trash. It wasn't actually. Also, it's an off-brand Uncrustable. It was like a flat PB&J. I forget what it was called. It was in a purple wrapper and everything, but it was a knockoff Uncrustable.
Yeah.
And I was eating it while a homeless guy was sitting there eating a cheeseburger.
And you're dressed obviously in something similar to this, right?
He took a
No,
look
it's a
at
new Beavis sweatshirt, which I stole. I don't know if you noticed. I stole the green and black one. I like it a lot.
Oh well, stop.
Yeah.
Not a great endorsement. Someone was about to buy them and saw that. They're like, never mind.
But then I woke up this morning. And again, I did it at 9:30, 10 o'clock. I was not asleep yet. I was a little tired. But I woke up this morning and I was like,
Did that do that?
Did that happen last night?
Like your behavior's so despicable, it might be a fever dream.
I was like it wasn't even the trash thing. trash. It was just the whole process. The whole I was like, did I go to a 7-Eleven last night? And I had to check the trash. And I was like, I did. I went to a 7-Eleven. And
so that's Alzheimer's.
And
that's big time Alzheimer's.
That just happened.
Yeah, like that's.
I looked in the trash to see if there was. If you have. I got some twin snakes.
Like that's what you got. What?
Twin snakes. Candy.
I thought you said steaks.
Yeah, I was like, what's a twin? It's like we really are becoming like Charlie Kelly. We're doing milk steaks here.
Sloppy steaks.
When you have to examine the room for evidence like an investigator would, they would go through the trash and be like, with their gloves on, they'd be like, boss, I got a receipt from 7-Eleven. He was at 7-Eleven last night. You had to do that for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. I was looking for receipts. I don't have receipts. In fact, here's another Alzheimer's thing. When I got to 7-Eleven, I'd forgotten my wallet. Thank God for Apple Pay. I used my phone. I was like, oh, here you go. I just didn't have my wallet on me.
See, I kind of just have like one example that's a little funny. You have Alzheimer's. I've been driving around and I park and I just get out of the car and I leave the whole thing running.
What? Yours is the most outrageous
I know. So I've got quality, not quantity.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of examples. I got two really bad ones. Like I got out of the car, I go into this bagel store, I get a whole bunch of bagels and muffins for the kids and stuff, and I come back out and I'm like kind of like, all right, there's my wallet, there's my house keys, there's the phone. And then I'm like, wait a minute, back pocket? I had a hoodie on, so I'm checking all my pockets. And I'm standing by the car, and as I'm doing it, I hear the car kind of just like...
Are the children in the car?
No. And I open the door, and like, radio on, air conditioner blasting. It's nice and cold in there. And I lean in, and the fucking keys are in, ignition's on, car's in park. I was like, yo, that's bad. But I was like, I don't know, whatever. I was in a rush or some shit. And then like a couple days later, I just did it again.
How many has he done it?
Twice.
Okay.
But in like a 4-day span. So like
that is crazy.
Like, I'm due for number 3.
But that's why the automatic key is bullshit. The automatic key should not exist.
I have a turn key.
Jesus Christ.
I said I'm the last person in America that has a fucking metal key that you turn in.
What are you talking about?
So I forgot to like yeah, that's kind of understandable because you just you maybe forget to push the button, you get out, you have the fucking thing in your pocket, whatever. I have a thing that I put in the dashboard and turn the key, and I just left that in there. I'm telling you, Mr. Notebook over here, you're going to have to be reading me about my fucking life in 10 years.
That is
God.
Bro, just going to play episodes back.
What?
Play episodes back to you? Like,
yeah.
No, this could be me.
But I think we both need to retire from public life.
So I've always wanted to do that.
I mean, Shaq just did it.
Shaq retired from being a celebrity.
I think that we are getting to the point.
See,
or do we not retire?
We let it ride, see what happens.
And we have this out there, and then we can just do whatever we want.
Celebrities, they're just like us, sort of thing.
And it's just like,
I don't think we're big enough, though.
I think in our world we are.
In our world we are, I guess. But so it like if you see me like with like ice cream dripping down my face in the park, and you're a stoolie, you're just like, oh well, that's Kevin. He's been talking about the problems he's been having.
Yeah.
The rest of the people.
You see me over a trash can with even homeless people.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday night.
Maybe we just need to become like mole people and live in like the tunnels and stuff.
I'm ready to go right now.
Like I always want.
I have literally.
I kind of want to unironically eat a hot dog over a barrel fire with like a can of beans, like the guy in Dennis the Menace,
Oh, dude, we actually this Kevin wasn't in when you were gone. Casey filled in one episode, and she was talking about something where someone was dead and they weren't found for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And right, that was on this show.
Sounds familiar.
And I was like, I could disappear for 3 days.
Definitely.
And she's like, it was so sad. Like, no one found him for 3 days. And I was like, if I disappear for 3 days, no one would even flinch.
No. But like,
Someone finally being honest.
But I would. Nick it wouldn't be much more.
Nick said that he has protocol.
Oh yeah.
Where, like, if I'm not responding to text messages, he goes to check my tweets, and he sees when last time I tweeted was.
My family tells me this all the time.
Yeah.
They text me all the time. Like I've had.
You know how close to the edge your toes gotta be for people that have protocols. They're like, all right.
I have had my family.
He's
I've had my
tweeting, he's
family
fine.
send out.
It's overall positive.
I've had my family send people to my apartment based on my lack of text and tweets. They've been like, I haven't gotten a text, and it's been like, this many hours since his last tweet. Middle of the night, they're sending people to my house, and I finally roll over and I pick up the phone, and I'm like, what? And they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm sleeping. They're like, we haven't heard from you in 8 hours. I'm like, it's nighttime. That's when you're not supposed to hear from people.
2 a.m.
Yeah. I haven't heard from you since like 10 o'clock. I went to bed, and I'll wake up in the morning, guys. But they're so scared of me that they're like, send out, we need proof of life.
It's
crazy.
It is. It's a fucked up world, and I think that's why Shaq left it. But I got some interesting things to say here.
Do you?
Yeah.
About Shaq retiring?
Not about
Or just
Shaq
life?
retiring, which I love the Shaq's quote. Okay, so Shaq had I got a lot on this. I got a weird amount on this.
Shaq retiring from celebrity.
Shaq retired from celebrity, and
there's levels. Like retiring from public life is the top dog. That's when it's like you'll never see me again. I'm gone. Retiring from celebrity. What does that mean?
But it means I think nothing.
No, nothing at all.
I think it just means that Shaq does not want to be referred to as a celebrity.
Correct.
Like Shaq's
He
not
said
leaving NBA Countdown.
No, he's
Shaq's
not.
still
No,
gonna be
everything's
getting
still the
checks
same.
from the general.
No doubt.
From
everyone in the world.
Everywhere.
Shaq gets paid by everybody. Shaq's like the mob, man. He shows up and everyone's got to give him a check down, like walking down the block.
He says, these celebrities are going freaking crazy, and I don't want to be one. I denounce my celebrityness today. I'm done with it.
See, I respect that. Because everyone who's a celebrity is a fucking asshole these days.
But do you know how disconnected from reality you have to be already to realize that celebrities are going crazy? But when you've been a celebrity since the mid or to early 90s?
I get what he's saying, because it's not like it was in the mid to late 90s.
No, it's
so much worse now.
I don't think so.
Everyone's a fucking wacko. It's all political. You got people taking sides and vaccines and all this shit.
No, I think it's been this way forever.
No.
Yes, it has.
No.
Yes, it has.
Because they stayed in their lane.
Nope.
They did.
No, I don't. I just genuinely don't think so.
Give me an example of like someone from the '90s who, like a celebrity who.
Well, I don't remember. I wasn't around for it, but like I think celebrities have been crazy forever. It's just like you're like celebrities go crazy these days. Celebrities have been crazy forever.
Well, fine, but
because
we know
of
about
what
it more.
celebrity does
it's
to
like,
a human brain. Like you're just not supposed to be. The human brain is not wired to be able to handle the criticisms of the world on a daily basis.
But that's like the world is just getting worse. So like I think when you were a celebrity, you were weird, but you weren't the wacko that you are today because you have social media, because you can't leave the house, because you get wrapped up in fucking conspiracy theories and vaccines and QAnon and all this shit that's like new.
I don't think
celebrity.
celebrities are like about that stuff though.
Oh,
like your regular celebrities, is like deep in QAnon.
Well, like the Backstreet Boy guy, yeah. Like I think people get wrapped up in politics way more now because of the internet and social media. Like I don't think you don't have guys like Kyrie Irving doing vaccine shit if it's not for.
I think this
is
one of those
today.
things that I think is just the way the world's always been, and just everyone because of like main character syndrome, which Kyrie has, we all think it's like the worst right now. But I think it's just like it's more prevalent. It's like everything. I think the example I always use is like people think the world's more violent today, when it's just not. We just hear about people who got shot in Arkansas. Like,
but in this case, being able to hear about everything is what's making you crazier.
Yeah, there are parts of it. But he says he just doesn't want to be called a celebrity. He came from nothing.
Don't lump me in with these fucking weirdos.
It's just, but like, that's such a celebrity thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, be like, I'm not a celebrity.
It's like
don't call me a celebrity.
It's Michael Scott declaring just yelling it out.
You can't do that.
It's also
like, Shaq is just definitively a celebrity.
Yeah, you can't like if there's ever a list of like hottest celebrities, Shaq's not available to pick.
Right.
Like I'm no longer a celeb.
He says,
but I can see a guy like him who did come from that like past generation really being like celebrities are just supposed to be about like money and parties and popularity and like nothing else and all these fucking weirdos. I don't want to be lumped in with them. I don't want to be known as one of these guys who thinks he's like an influencer or believes he's a role model or thinks he's speaking for
But
one
Shaq
party.
does all that. Like Shaq does all that.
What does he do?
Like the role model stuff. Like he like brands partnerships with Walmart or like.
Well, I think he's like a good role model almost. I think it's more like. I guess actually when you look at it, it's like, okay, Shaq, you pretend to be a police officer. you endorse like everything under the sun.
Yeah, Shaq was a reality TV star.
Yeah, he's probably the most celebrity.
Of anyone who can say
you are a living, walking cartoon. You were a genie. You're a video game star.
You never once have you
Shaq.
turned down a check.
Yeah.
The definition of celebrity.
I
love Shaq. I think everyone loves Shaq.
If I ever get those chances, by the way, I'm taking them.
Of course.
Like when people kind of laugh at that, I'm like, bro, I'll be your prostate pills.
Right.
I'll endorse your toothpaste. I'll wear adult diapers. Whatever. Give me all that fucking money. Let me cash in. I mean, when you're a 7'3", 400-pound freak, you might as well just cash in on everything the world has to send your way.
But the thing about celebrity, I was reading. So I don't know if I've read that and then like did like some research or whatever. But I was reading an article about how like the internet has turned everyone, so to speak, into a celebrity, which we know, obviously. And there were two interesting things I read in it. It's actually the article by Chris Hayes in the New Yorker. And one was that the internet has made all of us a fennec fox, which are foxes in the Sahara Desert. They're very little, and they have humongous ears. And the ears serve two purposes. One is that because they're in the desert and the blood has to flow through the big ears, it just keeps
you cool.
It keeps them cool. And the other is that
Hear motherfuckers gossiping about them.
Is that it's in the fucking you hear all the scorpions and shit like that. Mm-hmm. But yes, that is basically what you're saying. Is yes, is that like we all have those ears now, and I guess there's an exhibit at the Bronx Zoo where you can put it's like fake fennec fox ears. But you know about it.
I think I do.
Okay, so
I think I do, and it like just like amplifies
and
everything.
You can hear everything.
Yeah,
and it's like and at first it's kind of cool. Well, and like actually at first it's overwhelming, and then you can learn how to harness it, and you're like, oh, I can hear that conversation. And then you realize, wait, like, oh, that person said something I don't agree with. What the fuck? And oh, I hate that person. Sure. And oh, wait, that person just says I look like an asshole. And then you have the need to respond to everybody.
That's absolutely the internet. It's like I've always been saying, the world, the humans are not designed to be stimulated by like 10,000 people in a day, and that's what happens. When you follow that many people and see that many things on your timeline, it's like that's too many opinions, too many arguments, too many articles, too many everything that you're just like, yes, no, wrong, right, I agree, I disagree. You're not designed to do it. Like, not even close.
No.
You used to talk to like 4 people in a day. People used to come home from a long day of work and be like, oh my God, it was terrible. I spoke to Johnson and then my boss gave me a hard time. 2 people. That was it.
Yeah.
And now it's like, well, I got canceled and the mob said this and this came after that and I got outed by this person and doxxed by that. It's like.
But then so that all sucks. And then the good of it doesn't come anymore. And this is fucking kind of dark, to be honest. So the example was used of that how everyone, it's not even just people who are celebrities or have platforms. Everyone on the internet thinks they are the star.
Yeah.
They think of themselves as the star.
Yeah, you got to Photoshop your pictures and post them to get the most likes.
Someone with 400 followers. Doesn't matter. They want their likes up. They want their things up. It doesn't matter. Everyone is the star of their show.
Right.
And so it's not just what I'm about to say isn't about like just people with platforms or celebrities or whatever. It's about literally everyone with an account. Mm-hmm. And it was a philosopher named Alexander Kojev in the 1930s. He was a Russian philosopher who taught in France. And he came up with this, I don't know if it's a thought experiment or whatever you'd call it, but it was the master-slave relationship. Okay. Where back in the day, all a master wanted was that his power and authority be recognized by his slaves. Mm-hmm. But because he did not recognize them as human beings, their recognition meant nothing to him. He thought so he just chased it and chased it and chased it, and it just never fulfilled him. Mm-hmm. Now that's what happens to people on the internet. So because you think of the people who follow you as like lesser than you, because they follow you, and like their likes don't mean anything.
Right.
and you're just constantly chasing.
Well, that's
that.
why. Yeah, if you would have told me at one point I would have 400,000 followers, I would have been like, oh my god, that's like all I ever need.
Right.
You know? But now it's like, well, I need 500, I need 600, I
Yeah,
need
you're
700.
just chasing
yeah.
more, chasing
You're
more.
chasing the dragon for everything, all this shit.
And
man.
it's like reading that, I was like, boy, we're getting to
gross.
We're
Some-
the comparisons
some
we're making on the internet
dystopian
are now
shit.
master slave.
Bro.
Like Jesus Christ.
I've been saying it. I think that they're gonna look back and be like, "Can you believe that humans used to be on it for like 24 hours a day? They didn't limit it at all. They just let their brains fucking like do it. There's just no way to be or we just like humans just totally shift into like a different fucking creature,
Right,
Because the old way just can't exist anymore. Because you do it with like likes, you do it with followers, you do it with money, you do it. I guess there's been forms of this where you're always chasing something, but this is so vapid and so empty that it's like you're never gonna find any level of satisfaction.
just a
out
bunch
of
of corpses is what you're gonna find.
yeah, and it's the ultimate. There's always somebody. They say there's always somebody richer than you, or more successful than you, whatever. But there truly is on the internet somebody always who has another follower. I have one more than you. I have two more than you. I have 10 more than you. I have 20. And you'll just never find satisfaction out of it.
Never.
But also, then when you like have your epiphany and you're like, I'm done. I quit the internet or I delete it or whatever. It's like you can't even like participate in regular life after that. You know
I
what
know,
I mean?
I'm so
because you're the
thrilled.
weirdo who doesn't have an account, or hey, did you see this meme? Did you see this trend? Did you see this video? It's like, no, I had to delete all that, or I stay away from that because
it consumed me.
Right.
And now I
Now
can't communicate with people.
because you got yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do? Like, you almost have to like create your own fucking like.
I
communities
guess I'm
where
trying
it's
to
like-
think it's almost like an alcoholic, but you just have to get
Yeah.
that level where like you can still go to the bar.
But I think there are
and
there are a
people
lot
can
of
look at
people
the
who-
internet around me, and
I think there's a lot of people though who don't do that, and they're like, I just hang out with like other sober people, or,
Yeah.
because I don't want to be around the weirdos who are just
go to the woods.
Because especially if you do truly break away from it, you probably truly notice. Look around, everybody's got their phone, their heads in their phones,
I'm
And
literally
you're like-
posting on Instagram as I cut cameras right now.
Yeah. So you probably like we already know that, but you probably become hyper aware of like. You're looking at your phone. Oh, you're
I've
photoshopping
been-
your picture again. You're taking your 10th fucking selfie in a row.
I've recently done that where I've made the effort to, when I'm at dinner, a bar, whatever, to like, I'll open to, first of all, like try my best to just not even open social media at all. But if I do it, basically just double tap, get to the top of my likes, my interactions, and double tap to get to the top of the thing. Just see if anything massive happened. Like, I'll
'cause
scroll
it'll
my
be, like, breaking
my
news,
mentions real quick, and like, if something huge has happened, they'll, someone will probably say something to me.
Yeah.
And then I put it back down. And it's like I try not to do things that are just like literally just me just ignoring what's happening in front of me.
Isn't that I was thinking what the sneaky thing about it is how unbelievably passive it is. You can very easily just like it doesn't disrupt like everything. Like if we were out
But because I've started it, because I've started to be like, okay, I'm just not gonna
you notice how
I notice how people do it. I'm like, you motherfucker.
Right.
Like,
but like if it was there's no comparison for like 50 years. It would be like the equivalent would be like if you had to speak on the phone and we were out to dinner and I was just like, hello, and I had like a 20-minute conversation, you'd be like, what the fuck? But because I can casually just be like, oh yeah, I know, I can keep the conversation up while I do it. It allows you to just subtly, slowly, steadily be a bigger asshole, and then you're doing it at the same. How many times have you seen like I grab my phone, so then you grab your phone?
Right.
I'll try my hardest to be the first person not to, but as soon as someone checks, I'm like, okay, my turn. There almost should be like designated times, like ding. All right, everybody, check your phone, put it back. But I really wonder. I remember when the iPhone first came out, because my brother was always. He's always like on the cutting edge of all technology and apps and shit. He was one of those like, iPhone nuts, like we got to get it. And I remember thinking like, it's a new cell phone. The way like the Razr was a new cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got new cell phones, I cared about like how cool they looked, not like what they could do, And I think I said this before, but I remember playing around with his the first night being like, I don't get it. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. It's just another phone, not realizing that it's like, literally going to completely 90-degree alter humanity, right? And I guess like they had to have known that when they were making it. Like Steve Jobs is creating this thing, being like, I'm going to own all of humanity. like I'm gonna
Like they do
I'm
in
gonna
earnings reports, like
harness-
the Mac Pro, the purple computers aren't really selling much anymore, and he's like,
Yeah.
just wait till you see what I'm dropping this summer.
Exactly.
I don't give a fuck.
Like who
Yeah.
gives a shit about that?
Oh,
Just
the earnings call didn't go that well this week.
doesn't matter. And when you hear down to like they make the blue. The color blue is appealing, so you want more of it, and the sounds that you hear and the stimulation makes you excited, and like it was like we
Fucked
are
up how
purposely,
easily manipulated we are.
I know, but they like I'm sure they studied that. I'm sure they knew all those things,
Oh, yeah.
and we're like, let's make a device that allows us to just what?
Speaking of, we have a new update to ATI, and it is very addicting. I got lost in it.
The new dude.
it's
Nick just turned
best.
ATI into TikTok. He did. It's unbelievable.
Really?
The new update.
That's 100% what I did.
The new update
I
is-
told them
is-
make it look like TikTok.
like when you open up TikTok and it just immediately starts.
Yeah, I'm gonna update right now.
And it like the volume's on and the clips are playing and you can just swipe up and scroll through. If you download the new ATI app, you have the latest update. It just plays random clips, so you don't have to pick which celebrity you want to hear. You're not picking which question. You're not looking at which deck. It's just ATI. Here's a clip. Here's a celebrity answering a stupid question. Here's another one. Here's the next one. Here's Bert Kreischer. Swipe, it's over. There's Tom Segura. After that is Bill Burr. After that, it's a porn star. There goes Abella. There goes the. It's, I mean, you'll never stop.
I don't know how to update apps.
You're a buffoon.
Your update won't. It's coming like tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So-
if you want to look at it, I got it on mine.
I mean, it's the same, like, look, it's cool. As I, like, denounce it for being, like, evil, I'm like, great job, Nick.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's the same exact format, the same exact look, and you can just keep scrolling. And that's the
we just went Bert Kreischer, Annie Lederman, Bella Danger, Ari Shafir, Henry Golding, Tom Segura, Annie Lederman, Lisa Ann, Jessa Rhodes. I gotta go come.
bro, that white
Jessa,
shirt, the white
my
shirt.
God.
I'm gonna say Jessa Rhodes, the white shirt, like stonewashed color jeans, is a timeless outfit.
I mean,
Her appearance on
my
ATI
penis
and
hurts right now.
Barstool
Straight.
Sports.
Like I'm not even trying to be perverted. My penis hurts.
I remember seeing her. I remember looking her up real quick. I remember looking her up when I knew she was coming in. I was like, okay, like, super hot, blonde porn star, cool. Then I walked out and I saw her sitting in the lobby and I was like,
What the fuck?
like what the fuck? Like there's hot women, there's hot there's like hot, and then there's like showstopper. Like what the fuck what is that? What am I even looking at? Like that's a dick wrecker.
I've met women before.
Yeah.
You're not one.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you are a different species.
Whatever
man.
you are, I've never seen.
I mean that was and by the way, as you list out like the people on ATI, COVID fucking unfortunately just wrecked Answer the Internet for the time being. It just killed the momentum. It was I think for a while Answer the Internet was the biggest YouTube at Barstool.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was even bigger than the main account. It was growing faster than anything. It was like the best YouTube account we had. One of the most intriguing, interesting things on the internet because it had such star power and we're asking such at times sophomoric questions, ridiculous questions, thought-provoking questions, just like an unbelievable product with the best of the best in the game. And I just I was thinking of like how do we like remind people of that, because the algorithm is down because we didn't have the same schedule of posting during COVID, and that's the entire game is getting YouTube to like play along with you, and we're still having trouble getting guests in the door because of the Delta variant and shit. But it's like I just need people to remember how fucking good Answer the Internet can be. And when you got the right guests and the right questions and it's clicking, I truly think it's like the best thing on the internet because you get the celebrities that you never hear talking like that. They're now talking like that and answering things you would never like ever imagine. So if you haven't been on ATI in a while, you don't have the app, you didn't have the game, whatever, like and if you're learning about it for the first time, now's a great time to go. You can go all the way back on the YouTube, download the app, scroll through the new update that's like TikTok, buy the game, play it yourself. It is just like one of the best things we've ever done. And COVID, I've been thinking like for the most part we like COVID we were fine. At times I feel like we even enjoyed like what happened because of it. But
This part sucks.
But ATI was like our one big like victim of COVID. So fuck that. But go back and make sure you watch all of them and listen to them. And the new app is gonna like melt your brain and enslave you. So
you're welcome.
Yeah, great. It's all right. We both got Alzheimer's. The world is like a dystopian wasteland. And you're dressed like a homeless person now.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh well, I've got
Thursday.
a couple. I got an update. I got a situation. We'll do some ATIs in a little. Answer the internets in a little bit. No,
Hey, my
and
ass.
the assholes in a little bit, and then our voicemails, of course. But I got money issues. I got tax issues.
Oh,
Surprise, surprise.
Wait, I think I did right. I looked in here to see if I wrote something down. I could have sworn I wrote that down.
Money
Continue,
never
though.
stops.
Let's hear about oh yeah, I did. It was on the back page. IRS.
Okay, I got an IRS problem too.
No, it's not for me.
It's
you
for me.
told me to write it down.
Yes, okay. Well, luckily, I got Sling TV, where I don't have to worry about spending a boatload of money every month to get my entertainment fix. Sling TV has all major sports live. So right now we got the NFL cooking. We got baseball playoffs in full swing. You think the Sox gonna make it?
Yes.
You think they'll make the wild card?
I mean, it's fucking Orioles, and if they don't make it, then fuck
it's
them.
like
They don't deserve to.
yeah.
But it's Orioles and fucking Nationals.
I'm
Like,
very
you
worried
can't-
the Yankees are gonna win the World Series.
That short porch bet last night pissed me off.
What was it?
It was like plus 800 Stanton to go deep and they win.
And that happened?
Yeah.
That's the problem. Right now, Judge and Stanton are healthy and cooking. And that's what they've been waiting for many years now.
Yeah.
And it's finally happening. Then you got NHL and NBA tipping off soon. And all that's included on Sling. ESPN, NFL Red Zone, SEC Network, Golf Network, FS1, TNT, and NBC Sports Network. I mean, they got everything for sports. Plus, they've got the Barstool Sports channel. Right now, Barstool has its own channel on Sling 24 hours a day, all original programming. So if you want to watch our podcast or our original video content, any of our video series, you can watch Barstool on your TV on Sling. And right now, it starts at just $35 a month, and when you sign up now, you get your first month for just $10. Go to sling.com/barstool to sign up now and get your first month starting at just $10. I got a letter in the IRS. I shit you not. I was on the phone. Talking, and we were having a conversation about the IRS and taxes and shit. And I was saying,
You were on the phone with the IRS?
No. I was on the phone talking, and I said, I remember a time when like I used to love tax season because I was always getting money back. It was like a bonus, and I was like, now when I get a letter from the IRS, I gasp and panic. And as I was saying that, I was going through the mail, and a fucking letter from the IRS was there, and I was like, I couldn't believe it because I never check my mail. I literally take everything from the mail and I throw it in the garbage. That's why I have tax problems. And for the one time I decided to check it because I got like hospital shit with Shay, and I was like, maybe it's important. I see an IRS. I was like, that was some Truman Show shit. You want to talk about star syndrome? What's it called?
Main character.
Main character? I was the main fucking character right down in there. So I get a letter from the IRS saying, we recommend that you pay $3,900 in taxes on October 7th. For my taxes this year. They recommend, I don't have to, but they're recommending it. Now, the reason they're doing that is because I get butt fucked every year in taxes. Like last year, I owed like $21,000 in taxes. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Just take more money out in my paycheck.
Yeah.
And
oh, fuck. The same thing happened to me, and they were like, we'll just make this change, and you can do that. And I just never did it.
So you're going to... Well, so what they recommend... So when I first paid it, I got like a letter back saying like, you're good, you paid your shit. We think that you should pay this like quarterly.
Wait. The state of New York owes me a bunch of money.
Fuck you.
I forgot about that. Sorry.
you, John.
Sorry to interrupt, but continue.
Well, no, go ahead. Why do you get your money?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I remember it's from 2 years ago.
Why didn't...
They owe me like $6,000.
Don't they just send it to you?
No, they fucked up.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know more than this. And I'm never going to do it. So
I was
who
gonna
cares?
say. Well, can I do it for you and claim the money or something?
I'll split it with you.
All right, let's go. So they're saying like and then I remembered. First I opened it up. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And then I remembered they said like in October, and then like March, and then June, whatever it was. They had like a payment structure where I would just pay them, a few $1,000s here and there, so that I didn't have to pay like 20 in come like April or May. Which I logically understand, but also fuck you. Like, I might fucking, die.
Yeah.
I might get hit by a bus
What's
and need.
the point
I
of
might
giving
need,
the money before
I might
you have
need,
to give them the money?
Yes, I
Yeah.
might need all. I might need every penny because something terrible happens. I might get the opportunity of a lifetime and I end up $3,900 short of it because I fucking preemptively went with the IRS's recommendation. They said we recommend. The first thing that went through my head was old school. I wanted to be like, well, I recommend. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I have an idea.
I think it's the funniest. If I had to pick, I think it's the funniest scene in movie history. Just like the funniest.
You're in
just
the
like,
back seat.
It
is
is the funniest scene in movie history.
It actually, that line of thinking might be the most logical line of thinking ever on this planet Earth.
Not paying the money until I have to pay the money.
No, that too, yes.
Not pay,
but
not putting on
but
the.
like you're in the back seat. What could possibly happen? That was just how people the moms who wanted to fuck teenagers. That was their line of thinking.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're in a captain's seat in the back of a van. You're fine. We need a seatbelt.
Do you put the seatbelt in the back seat?
Oh, we've talked about this before. Well, I'm more of I put a seatbelt. First of all, I couldn't tell the last time I sat in that back seat. In a cab, no, I don't. In an Uber, no, I don't.
That was the other thing. You don't put your seatbelt on in a taxi cab or an Uber.
No, that's
really
crazy. Gay.
Like that's what I mean. It's super gay to get you get in the back seat of it, especially a taxi where the back seat is just a bench. They're not even seats, and you're gonna put a seatbelt on. That's the gayest shit ever. You get in the back seat with your mom in your mom's car. Put your seatbelt on.
I honestly can't tell the last time I was in the back seat of a regular car. So I can't answer that whether I put those belts on or not. I'm a thing. I would bet a captain seat I do, a bench I don't.
Okay.
But I'm a seatbelt guy. I'm pro seatbelt.
In the front seat.
I in the front seat definitely.
Okay, well I will say this. I am a pro seatbelt guy in all cases at all times. Do as I say, not as I do.
Okay.
Like
I follow.
Like
Took me a second.
I'll say I'm a pro seatbelt guy, and then you can catch me tomorrow in the backseat of a car not wearing it, and they'll be, oh look, you're not wearing it. Yeah, I'm
catch me in the backseat of a car like Adriana Checkich was like.
Yes, sure.
You don't know that scene?
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay.
It's just a ridiculous, obscene thing to pull out right now.
I always like to mix in a squirt whenever I can.
Bro,
do you know that scene?
Yeah.
But like
when she does it with, you're talking about also when she actually fucks the Uber driver?
No, this is a different one. This is like, I think it's just like the intro to like one of those tushy, whatever, maybe blacked, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But there's one scene where, and like that definitely is in the intro for it, where she just fucking, she's like a sex animal. And like, she's like chained up. And the guy's like, you got to see this shit. It's like two dudes. It's definitely on blacks. They're two black guys. And they're like, you got to see this chick. She's crazy. And then like they walk in the room and she's like, Rawr! She's like a sex monster. And she's like trying to like shake the chains off. And then they
Is she like wearing like...
Dude, she's naked.
She's a person, but she's just a girl.
Yeah.
It's not like she's supposed to be an actor.
No. She's just a human being who is addicted to penis. And they like take the chains off her, and she just like sprints and like tackles the guys, like rips their clothes off. I'm gonna see if I can find.
Can I tell you that truly, John? Look at me.
Yeah.
Look at me in the eyes. I'm gonna tell you the hottest thing in the world about Adriana Checkich. The hottest thing in the world. I have an interview with Pornhub Area coming out in the next couple weeks. She was telling me about Adriana. She's like good friends with Adriana Checkich. Adriana Checkich does not. I don't think she ever has, and if she has, she never will again. She does not watch her own stuff because she's like appalled by it. She's like, what I do is so disgusting. I can't watch it. She's like, what happens to me in the moment, I do it, and then if I see it afterwards, I am embarrassed, and I am like, I'm disappointed in myself because of what I do, which is insane. It's like Michael Jordan not watching game tape. You know, it's like you're the greatest. How could you don't you know what that is?
I don't even know how I would go about finding this, to be honest.
There's a fucking old story about
John.
You found it?
You found it?
No, I think I know what video you're talking about though. Search splits in half.
What?
The title stuck out.
Nick, did you watch this last night?
No, recently.
Splits in half? What's happening?
Let me know if that's it.
Oh, it squirts in half is what you're referring to,
Yeah.
and yep, you're right.
Squirts in half? What does she squirt in half?
I don't know. Maybe they meant to say splits because it doesn't really make sense.
That's why I remembered it. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Can you believe that she never gets to experience her own porn? Isn't there an old baseball story? I think it's Ted Williams, because Fenway is like known for their hot dogs, right?
Fenway Franks, yeah. They're regular ass hot dogs.
It's either Ted Williams with the Fenway Franks or somebody who played for the Dodgers with Dodger dogs, who was like, they asked him about Dodger dogs, and he was like, I've never had one. I'm playing every fucking day. You know what I mean? That's Adriana Checkich with her porn. I don't have time to watch it. I'm fucking making it. I make this shit. I don't watch it like you. I'm a fucking god of this.
Wait, all right, I think I found it.
We're just taking a pause to watch porn.
Just,
Yeah.
Look at that look she's got in her eyes. She's legitimately chained up like King Kong. Like when they try to transport King Kong in the Godzilla movie. She's ripping the chains off of her neck.
Those are like actual chains. Those aren't sexual chains. She bought those at Home Depot.
Yeah, no, these are like, those are like junkyard dog chains, you know? Tackle. She made an open field tackle to rip that dick out. Now I want you to pause. Close your eyes, John. I'm going to set the same exact scene. Adriana Checkich is being unchained by me or you, right? She starts to rip the chains off. She gets out. She starts sprinting across the fucking hotel room. And she double clotheslines Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer. And then they fuck her with a strap-on dildo on their dicks.
Bro, I thought you were going to say, like, picture she's running at me. And then in my head, I was already running and crying. Like, no.
You're like the white girl in a horror movie. You're falling down, getting up, falling down.
She's not even running. She's bounding after me.
She's running on 4 feet. Speaking of horror movies, let's just talk about that before we go into Am I the Asshole? One of the most fascinating movie things that ever happened to me went down this past week. I watched the movie Don't Breathe 2. And I Googled it and I read a little bit about it, and I kind of like, I could understand. My basic understanding was you don't really need to watch Don't Breathe 1 in order to watch Don't Breathe 2, which technically you do not. But if you do it the way I did it, you're missing out on some seriously key, important plot points.
It is one of the craziest things in the history of cinema that Don't Breathe 1 got a sequel. And not just a sequel, it's a redemption story for a blind rapist.
So, I'm just going to say real quick, we'll get to it in a moment, not a rapist. And I'll tell you why. Because I am the biggest defender of this old blind man. I was at the bar, and I said to John, you got to watch Don't Breathe 2. You're going to love it. And John was kind of like, yeah, okay, maybe. And then like it came up later again. I was kind of like, dude, Don't Breathe 2 is like right up your alley because it's action packed, and in the movie he's a blind retired Navy SEAL, so he's like killing motherfuckers left and right with his blind like skills, and he's doing these MacGyver things, blowing it up. So it's like a thriller mixed with like a Fast and Furious type action. And again, John's sort of like, I don't really, I don't think so, man. And then eventually we get to start talking about it, and Don't Breathe 1 comes up. And I was told, like, Don't Breathe 1 is like, yeah, the guy, he's a bad guy in the first one, but he's like a good guy in the next one. And I was just kind of like, oh, that's cool, whatever, Not thinking too much because I was like, whatever, these are just like action thrillers, kind of like a horror thriller thing. No big deal. And then John and Colin, who's at the bar with us for our Mets event, start explaining just how bad it is. And a couple things started to make a little bit more sense in Don't Breathe too. Like there's a moment where they're like, should I tell the little girl the truth or should you? And I was kind of like, put it this way. There's a moment in Don't Breathe 2 where the bad guys have this little girl and they're still trying to be quiet, and so they're like, should I, or they're trying to draw him out or whatever it is. Long story short, he's like, should I tell this little girl or should you? And in my head, I go, there's literally nothing in the world that you could tell this girl right now that's worse than the current situation that's going on right now. Whatever your past is, it can't be as bad as this. She's still going to be on your side. And then I found out. And I was like, oh, no, there's a discussion to be had. She might want to go with the bad guys. Like I was thinking the whole time, no matter what, she's going to want to go with her grandpa. And I was like, oh, no, she might say, never mind, I'll go with you guys. End the fight, I'll just get in the car with you.
He would just tie up women in his basement and rape them.
No, sir.
What do you mean, no, sir?
No, sir. I'm going to spoiler alert you now, but it's like a 6-year-old movie, so what he would do, what he did, John, his daughter was run over by a drunk driver and killed. She got off on like a technicality. So he kidnapped her and he kept her in his basement, and he said, it's only fair that you took away my daughter's life, so you have to give me a new one. And he just wanted to impregnate her with a turkey baster. That's all.
That's right. I forgot.
Bro, in the movie, it's insane. He reaches into a fucking freezer, pulls out a vial of cum. Again, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Don't Breathe 1, although I do heavily recommend going to watch both of these movies because it's a wild trip, so maybe tune out for a second. Puts the cum on like a frying pan to unfreeze it. Yeah. Grabs a turkey baster, and this girl is like on a swing, and he goes up to, impregnate her with it. And they stop him at the last moment, and then they stop him, and there's a fight scene or whatever. She takes the turkey baster, puts it in his mouth, and like karate palms it into his mouth, and he's like, and there's cum everywhere. It's one of the more degrading scenes ever.
I forgot about that.
But he literally says, as she's hanging there and he's got a turkey baster full of cum, he's going, and he's blind, his eyes. So imagine this, his eyes are rolling in his head. You got a turkey baster full of cum, he's like, I am not a rapist. It's like, you're going to put a turkey baster full of your cum inside of me, bro. I don't know what that's called, but you're that.
Okay, well, guess what? I don't consent to what's happening.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Whatever you want
this is called is worse than rape, and I don't consent to it. But it is unbelievable. If you watch these movies out of order, I actually recommend watching these movies out of order simply to think about, like, movie magic and how they, like, because I'll tell you this much. The plot that they come up with in Don't Breathe 2, the bad guys, what they're doing is so heinous that there's an argument to be made that you should still root for the old man. Even I went back and watched Don't Breathe 1, and I saw how horrible he is. And I was like, even still, what they're about to do, I would root for him. Actually, no brainer.
Bro, look at this. This woman is tied up in a basin.
She's in a sex swing. It's actually like a sex swing. They have a zoom in where he's turkey bastering it up out of the cup. It's like just filling up with cum, and I was like, Jesus, holy shit. So he was like, and he was like waiting for that girl to like get pregnant and carry the baby to term so he could. And he was like, I'll let you go. He's like, 9 months of your life, you killed my daughter. 9 months of your life, and then you can go.
Yeah, that would work out well, I'm sure.
Yeah. No, I can't envision any
that
problems
guy
there.
has to be kidnapped for 9 months.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, then there's an ending to Don't Breathe 1 that obviously leaves the door open for Don't Breathe 2. And just for the sake of the sheer insanity, do yourself a favor, watch Don't Breathe 1 and 2 in reverse order. Although now that you know a lot of what I just said, it kind of takes away. But it's... What? Give me an example of something you would root for the old man in.
I don't know.
I don't want to spoil it, but the idea they came up with really is so diabolical that, like, again, whoever, I think his name's like Fede Alvarez or
Nazis,
something.
that'd probably be on his side.
Well, that's what they did in Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
Where they were like, hey, Heisenberg's going to be so bad, but we need a final thing where he's the good guy, so let's get Nazis in the mix. Like, literally modern-day Nazis in New Mexico. Okay, sure. Sounds good, Vince Gilligan. Let's just fucking, bring back Hitler.
Him versus a bunch of cyclists who are like, we gotta share the road. We're also cars. Like, you kill them. While we're doing a little quick movie TV talk, though, I saw you tweeting about Squid Game. So I don't know if you're done or whatever. Season 6, you're right, is crushing.
Episode 6.
Episode 6. I mean,
Episode 6 of Squid Game is one of the most emotionally trying and like after it finished, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that's tough.
I don't like the ending.
It's despite the ending, it's still great, which is nice because it's the two most predictable things of all time.
Yeah.
Like both twists are like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
I think I started saying both twists by episode 3 at the latest.
Yeah.
But my issue is in episode 2, I think.
Okay.
Which is this isn't super spoilery. It's the game they play, which is the star, circle, triangle, umbrella.
Yeah.
Everyone should have known what that game was.
Why?
Because before the rules would be explained, the moment they open their thing, they're like, oh. Like.
Oh, yeah.
So, everyone
That
should have
is
just
true.
lined up behind the triangle.
Yeah, that whole thing did
me
confuse because they...
Maybe someone with a better idea of Korean culture can explain to me and say that's only played in this one little neighborhood. But if someone knew it, they all knew it.
It might have just been that they know about breaking out like a cookie. They didn't know the shapes, though. Like, it could always be different shapes.
But in that flashback for some
the one that they were
it is those
was that specific thing. So
it's
maybe
almost
another...
like you were American culture, I guess, if you would, or any culture really. It's cards. But if they're like okay, here are 4. There's a jack, a queen, a king, and an ace.
Yeah.
And the game you always play, the very big popular game of the culture is pick the highest card.
Right.
Pick your card. Everyone will line up behind the ace.
Yeah. That didn't really make any sense. Why I didn't understand why everyone immediately went because I was like, what is it? What?
Yeah,
it's a very weird, convoluted game with a cracker and shit.
I think Ji-Yun, he immediately goes, I'm dead, because he had the umbrella.
Yeah, it's like, well, you shouldn't...
Like, what did you think? It's the 4 things. Why did you not know?
I think that's more of like an oversight than anything, because that really doesn't make much sense there.
Yeah, it was very frustrating to watching that. This one.
Very cool show, though. Like, in this day and age...
Despite missing the landing... they didn't miss the landing. They didn't land it perfectly. They didn't Kerry Strug it.
Right. It's fine, and they need to set up a season 2. I think they're going to have one. But I think in this world of everybody says there's nothing except remakes and Marvel movies and shit, this is like wholly original. You know? Maybe there's like some Black Mirror type shit, but like...
There's some Black Mirror, there's some Saw, there's some influence from other things.
Sure, but yeah, I mean, I guess not like wholly original, but like...
there's nothing wholly original. That just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Wholly original is a fallacy.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of influences from other places that you can see.
But I also didn't know what it was going in at all.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. If you just are like, I'm just going to put on this show because I've heard good things about it, and you see what unfolds, you're like, oh, whoa, I didn't think this was coming. It's usually, everything you watch is like, I've got to get redemption for my family. I got to save the kidnapped person. I've got to move the drugs, or
Right.
And this was like, no, we're all over the fucking. There's a lot going on here. So Squid Game is my like number one recommendation right now. Like must watch. Go binge it as soon as you possibly can. 9 episodes.
With Sehyeok.
I saw you say that. I was very surprised. I didn't think that was your type.
Oh boy.
I see a couple other people tweet about that.
Sehyeok is.
I think she's like a model or something.
She is, but it's not her look. She is stunning. She's got like freckles and she's gorgeous, but she's just looks like she would hate me. Like
The last person on earth that would date you.
oh god, she would despise everything about me.
All right. Am I the Asshole today is brought to you by Simplisafe. Simplisafe is the number one home security company, and they just launched their wireless outdoor security camera. So now they've been keeping inside the house safe. Now they've got the outdoor security camera with all the advanced tech and security features you need, which means 140-degree field of view, so you can watch over your entire yard, 1080p HD resolution, 8x zoom. It's got night vision. It's got you can see what's going on during day and night with the night vision. It's an easy to remove rechargeable battery, so you don't need an outlet. You don't have to plug it in. You just put the battery in. You can set it up anywhere you want. And it all integrates perfectly with your home security system, so you have your inside and outside covered. Every door, every window, every room, every garage, every inch of your yard, every inch of your property is now covered by Simplisafe, which is the #1 home security system in the country. And when you get the interactive monitoring service right now, you're going to get 20% off your entire system, and your first month will be free. You go to simplisafe.com/KFC radio. That's SIMPLI safe.com/KFC radio. Get the interactive monitoring system. Get 20% off, first month free, and the free outdoor camera. All at simplisafe.com/KFC radio. All right. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for refusing to stop wearing my favorite pair of pants? My girlfriend, 23, and me, 22 male, keep fighting over a certain pair of pants that I love to wear. The pants are slightly darker in real life. I love to wear. This is perfect.
You got a picture of the pants?
Yes. Hang on. Okay. I love them almost. This is just serendipity. I mean, I love them almost everywhere. I wear them almost anywhere. When we grab to go, I'm sorry, I can't read today. I love to wear them almost anywhere. When we go to grab food from the local grocery store or shop, when we go walk our dog, or when we're just chilling inside. They are light and airy, but also long, so I'm almost never too warm or too cold in them. They are probably my favorite pair to wear, and thus I wear them very often. My girlfriend, on the other hand, thinks that they were made by the devil himself. She hates orange, and she hates the pattern on the pants, and she hates them as a whole because she believes they are ugly and inappropriate to wear. She also says I should get some proper pants to wear. Also, some of her friends trash talk the pants, as does my only male friend who cares about fashion. Now, I do admit I have zero fashion sense, but I believe the pants do not look awful for shopping in the supermarket or walking the dog. I also believe that I'm not there to impress anyone. I just want to feel good. I would like her to like what I wear, but I do not want to dress well, so I am dressed for others, if that makes sense. I have offered to buy the same type of pants in a different color, but she dislikes the pants as a whole. I do not own many pants, and I would like to buy nicer, more formal pair, but I think they are hard to come by. Money is not a problem, I think. Obviously, this is not a my husband didn't come to his own birth and I got mad type of post, and none of us are real assholes. We're just tired of talking about it and want Reddit to solve this for us. These are the pants.
I mean, what are we doing here? You can't wear those pants.
You tell me, John.
Yeah, but here's the deal.
These pants are... We'll put a picture in if you're watching YouTube. All the more reason to head over to the YouTube, KFC Radio, subscribe. You have to watch now because John dresses like an asshole and somebody pukes every day.
That's not a new thing.
Right, that's what I mean. You have to watch. You have to watch because there's always something to see. And this guy is wearing pants that are checkered almost like a tablecloth.
Yeah, but they're like green checkered.
They're like green and yellow checkered. And then from like a little above your knee to the middle of your shins are just pink orange squares.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, let me see this.
That looks like the legs were like stitched.
Here's the deal. Here's why this guy can't wear these pants. Because he's this guy. I can wear these pants because I can already look at this outfit right now and say what I would do differently, and I'd pull it off. This guy.
I don't like this. I don't like that you say this.
If you're wearing,
you know what? I'll tell you, gents, you're gonna be on a fine line. The guy who can pull these outfits off is not the guy who says I can pull these outfits off.
Oh, but I've always said I can pull these off. It's just but it's not like some crazy difference. It's just like you can't wear blue with that. You can't wear red shoes with that. It's pretty simple to fix. It's like it's just have a fucking brain.
There's no fixing that.
There's
no fixing this.
Those pants you could get away with.
Those pants you can get away with at like the Met Gala, bro.
You could get away with those pants, but they're asshole pants. They're like you're the asshole, bro. Mm-hmm. But what you're wearing with them lets me know that you don't have what it takes to wear those pants. Okay, and I'm the asshole here. Have we done Am I the Asshole yet? Where it turns out the guy talking about it is the asshole because we've just breached it.
Yeah, this is what bothers me. This is what bothers me, and I know this is just how it goes. Fashion trends, things come in and out of style. But like, you know, a matter of months ago or last year, if I'm wearing those pants, you think I'm the biggest dickhead in the world, and now it's just cool because somebody said so.
Yeah,
that's annoying.
I mean, it's annoying. It's just the world's annoying.
Yeah, but but you have to understand why.
Like the way, what cars look like changes, what everything looks like changes, and it's annoying. But like that's just the way.
But it's not really.
What TV shows are changed, what movies are changed.
But it's almost more like if all of a sudden cars just started to look exactly like they looked like 2 years ago, and we now say they look good. It's not like it's new. Like cars are always evolving and changing.
Right.
This is like these are pants. Like baggy corduroy pants were in at one point.
Yeah.
That
and then cars go retro. Fucking beer cans go retro. Like things. Like
beer cans.
Like logos. Like we'll do the old one again. That's cyclical. That's what's cool.
Right.
Now.
But it's always determined by just somebody telling you that that's now cool.
Yeah.
As long as
that's just what the world is.
No, not really. Because
like that guy had that dickhead comment where he's like, I don't want to dress for other people. Like, okay, well then you're just people are gonna be like, well, you look like an asshole. Like, oh, I don't want to follow trends. I want to dress the way I dress, and I'm going to dress that way my whole life. And at one point, I'm going to be like, all right, you dress like a dick.
But that's you. That's how
fine.
you dress.
But
it just happens to be that you follow the trends.
I don't get mad about it.
Right.
Like, this guy's mad. Me and my girlfriend can't stop arguing.
But he's not mad about it. He's just saying, he's the one who's like, I just want to wear this. The girlfriend's mad.
But he's like, he's making a Reddit post about it. That's
Yeah,
like, I'm not mad.
Well,
I'm mad.
the end of it's like if you read the edit, he's like, I haven't laughed this long in a long time. He's the one who's just like, I want to wear these pants. She's the one who's like, you can't wear these pants. But give it like 6 months and maybe you can wear those pants.
That makes sense. Like if you go out with someone and you're like you just look like an idiot. You know, like, I don't want to be seen with you. You look like that's reasonable in a relationship.
I don't know. I think that you can't. I think you can't date that person then. I don't think you can tell them to change their pants.
I think
if he's like, these are my absolute favorite pants and I love them, I think you either have to be like, if the person you're dating tells you that they love something, that this is like, it brings them comfort and they like something and they want it and you don't like it, I think you either got to be like, well then you have to decide whether you can't be around those pants anymore or you have to just like it.
So I see like every angle here. I'm like matrixing it, but I get it all. I get every argument from every person. It all makes sense. But like, if you wear those and you're fine being laughed at, like if you're like no, these are my comfy pants and I like to dress like this and that's how I make my happy.
Like it sounds to me like he just goes out and then goes to the grocery store, goes to the dog, walk the dog.
But if you like staunchly defend it and like, no, these are the pants I like. If you're just like, yeah, it looks ridiculous. Like, that's a different thing.
True.
If you're like if you're like getting upset because your girlfriend's like, your pants are fucking ugly, and you're like no, these are my. Just
we gotta splice the clip in of John standing on the table going, I think I look good. I like the way I look.
I look nice. Yeah, but I'm laughing at it and I don't think you can make the argument that I haven't laughed at how I look.
But I think deep down you
I think I look good.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, I understand it looks ridiculous. You can do both. Mm-hmm. Be like, yeah, this looks ridiculous. It also looks good.
Why is that?
I don't know.
It's so weird. Like, I don't know if it does look good if you don't know you. I think it looks good if you know you.
Yeah.
I think if someone just sees you on the street, I think they'd be like, that guy looks ridiculous. But if you know you, you'd be like, you know, John always knows like the trends and what's coming and like because what it comes down to is if you're the only person who dresses a certain way, when like that's when people start to single you out. Like I've never even fucking seen a pair of pants that exists like that.
Yeah,
you know?
Those are like pants, like almost like I don't know, pants for some profession where you stay on your knees all day. That's a bricklayer's pants. Those pants belong to a stonemason in a past life.
Those are my masonry pants. But like some people will be dressing like this, you know, this season, right, or something.
Probably.
And then it makes more sense because it's like, oh, you know, there's other people wearing that because that's what's in stores and that's the other thing too is like if that's what's gonna be on the rack on the fucking. At the stores, that's what people are gonna wear. So that's why the trends like matter.
It's like any algorithm. It's like what TikTok feeds it, what the stores feed you, you're gonna buy.
Right. But if you're the only guy wearing your masonry pants, that's a different story.
Yeah, like, where do you
I
find
think that guy. I almost want to. I want to wear these. I think I want a pair of these pants. I think I want these Reddit pants.
Wear them with a white shirt.
I, want-
You look better.
I think I like the attempt to match the sneakers to the patches.
Matching your sneakers to things was what Ashton Kutcher did on Punk'd.
This is like a picnic table. Tablecloth.
They're a lot.
In order to lay bricks.
Quite a bit.
Let's see what Reddit thought on this one. They say people are basically like, these pants are too ugly. Like, yeah, we always side with the person who's just like comfortable in their own skin and wants to be comfortable, but these are too disgusting.
They're tough pants. If you're not the kind of person who can pull off tough pants, they're really tough. My dad dresses funny. My mom make fun of him all the time, but he like rolls with it. He's like, yeah, I don't know, like.
Yeah, dads can do it too.
Like,
though.
it's
You
like,
know,
all right,
dads
that's
can
just-
like tuck in their shirt and wear. My dad wears the Viva clothes all the time. And it's so
That's what
funny.
my dad started because we make fun of him.
Yeah.
He's like, fine, I'm just gonna buy your clothes, and guess what? Can't make fun of me anymore, motherfucker.
Well, my dad wears that, and my mom makes fun of him for that. She's like, "You're too old to wear that stuff. Stop." What do you got?
All right. This one isn't Am I the Asshole? This is AITP.
M-I-V.
AIBAP.
M-I-M-A-I-B-A-P.
Yeah.
Am I bad?
Nope.
Am I becoming?
Close. Being
a pussy?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Am I being a pussy? My girlfriend, 19-year-old female,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
wants me, 20-year-old male, to hold my Glock to her head while we're having sex. And I've been taught gun safety since I was 6 years old. I'm not sure how to go about this. I don't want to do it, but
I'm pretty sure how to go about this. Don't do it.
but I don't want to do it. But every time she sees it, she says, "You should hold this to my head while you rail me." What do I do?
Here's what you do. Well, she's a little too young, but I was going to say, break up with her and give me her number, dog. Hold your gun to my head while you rail me. There's something about when a chick says rail, by the way, that kind of revs my engine, dude. Kind of lights my fire. Yeah. I see it a lot on TikTok. I see it a lot on TikTok when
TikTok
it's
says
like,
rail me.
yeah, it'll be like when like it's a sound or a trend playing, and it's like when I'm thinking about like him railing me later or something, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Tell you what, I didn't agree with you.
Railing is like when they say cock.
But
It's like when a girl says cock, you know she means business.
Yeah.
When she says rail, watch out, dude. You better strap in. You better have your Roman ready because like it ain't no fucking around time now. She wants to get railed. I think
isn't this something that Richie Aprile did in The Sopranos? Didn't he fuck Tony's sister with a fucking
held at gunpoint?
Yeah.
I mean, I know people, especially this guy says, you know, I've been taught gun safety. And so to them, thankfully, the people who follow the rules, it's like, you know, the most important thing in the world. You don't point it at people. You clean it. You do this. You do that. Keep the safety on. You keep the bullets locked away from, you know, all that shit. But also, can't you just like fucking make sure there's no bullets and fuck your girlfriend with a gun to your head? Come on,
dude. Elbow again.
What is this?
I don't know. No, this always happens. Don't worry about it. But it is. I don't think because where's it end, Kevin? You know where it ends?
This is.
It ends with that fucking gun going up her ass. Is where it ends.
at the circus. At the fucking circus.
It ends with you having to do fucking a knife to her throat.
Yeah.
It ends with You know where it ends? It ends with
two dead bodies.
It ends with maybe best case scenario. It ends with you in the slammer.
Yeah.
Because guess what? One day she's gonna find a text on your phone she didn't like, and she's gonna tell the police she used to fuck you
with a gun.
She wants you do it enough, and then guess what? One day she wants to put it on camera.
Yeah.
And then she's yelling a lot. And guess what? It's because she's a fucking criminal mastermind.
Absolutely. Everything that in the moment is hot and consensual, one day can be used against you in a court of law. The text messages you send, the things you do with your hands and your dick, it can end up coming back to bite you in the ass.
This is definitely.
I agree that this is, you know, give an inch, take a mile, where it's like, I'll fuck you with my gun to my head, and then you're right. Next thing is like, you know what the real danger is? Okay, now I want to hold the gun to your head. And it's like, well, I've had guns since I was 6. You don't know what you're doing. I'm going to end up fucking dead if I give you the gun, you fucking psychopath.
I think that...
But also...
But
also... Stop being a pussy.
If you're having this conversation with me at dinner, no chance. You having this conversation when you want
in
penises hard?
one. Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Is like, this is. I have always
Maybe.
said I will do anything once, and that includes put a gun to your fucking skull. Okay, that I just won't say no. I'm not proud of it. I should say no. Where does this end? It ends with you dead and me in jail. Absolutely, but I'm at least gonna try it. That is the truest shit ever said. You know what it is? It's like, what do you? My girlfriend wants me to point a Glock to her head during sex. What do you recommend I do? I recommend you stop.
Being
You
such
do
a
it.
pussy.
You do it, bud. I mean,
we
that.
can only say for a few more years, probably.
You know what I think though? I think what you do is you get a toy gun. Get like a fucking.
Did she want to know the difference?
Yes, get
Like
like a
one of
BB
those-
gun or some shit that's like non-lethal, something that looks really real, and then you fucking you know when they like kind of jam it around.
Yeah,
you really you want like,
that would annoy me. I mean,
Oh.
just pull a trigger, goddamn.
no, you know what you do? You know what you do? Be like, okay, fine, and then you like you're rough with this shit, so that she's like, we're not doing that ever again. Like you got to make sure it's a one and done.
The chance
Where
of
was
that
like,
backfiring though.
yeah, like she likes it too much, and then
yeah.
it's like, fuck, now I gotta get a shotgun out next time. This thing ends with, let's go, we're fucking honey. Man, that's a tough one. I feel like ultimately, I'll do anything.
I
you're real
was
hot-
joking. I don't think I can do that. I don't think I'm holding. I've held a gun one time. I did not.
Yeah,
care for
I
it,
really
and
don't.
I wasn't
I was
holding it
gonna
to
say,
a person's head.
I usually really, I don't enjoy anything guns related. But also just being honest, like, I don't know, that would truly be the devil and angel on my shoulder. I am like very squeamish around guns. I'm a fucking lib cuck, northeast city slicker guy. I don't really need to play with them. I don't need to go to the shooting range. I don't get off on them. It doesn't make me feel powerful. All that shit. But also when I'm in the bedroom, I'll probably just say yes. So I'm like, which one will win out? That's unstoppable force versus immovable object.
Yeah, that's why I'll never have a gun. Reason one, so I don't use it on myself. Reason two, so no one asks me to use it on them. And that's a jar.
Yeah. I feel like, that ends up in other places, and then she's asking you to pull the trigger and stuff. It's just, stop. And by the way, what was like 19 and 20 that was, right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, you two are going to prison at some point in your lives.
I mean, that girl,
Just so we're
let me
clear.
just say this,
I got
too.
4 more.
Let me just say, if you, like, in your world of, I don't want to kink shame. I don't want to stop anybody from living out their dreams or whatever. But it should kind of be like a steady ascension. You know what I mean? Start with a finger where it shouldn't go. Yeah, eventually get into like some rougher stuff and a choke here and a spit there and different holes, and it just steadily goes. If you're 19 and you're doing Glocks to the head, what do you got to leave room for 45. Yeah. You got to start thinking, if 19-year-old me has a Glock to the head, what is 50-year-old me doing? What is a 19-year-old female? She doesn't even hit her sexual peak until she's like 39 or whatever.
Yeah, then she's going to be like Adriana Checkich. She's going to be chained up.
Chained up like a fucking animal.
Fucking penis can't even walk by on her peripheral before she goes nuts.
Christ almighty. Voicemails are brought to you by Upstart. I'm going to need Upstart to pay my recommended taxes, apparently, because Upstart will help you consolidate your debt and manage your debt, get a loan if you need it, and help you get out from underneath that crippling pressure of owing money. Upstart is fast and easy and can help you pay off your debt with a personal loan all online, whether it's paying off credit cards or consolidating high interest debt, funding a personal expense, dealing with some unexpected bills, buying a little nice something for yourself outside your paycheck, outside your pay range. Upstart can do it all. They can help you do it with one fixed monthly payment. They know that you're more than just your credit score, so if you're looking for money and you need a personal loan, they will take into account your salary and your history, and they know that just because one time you didn't pay your monthly gym bill and your credit score got crushed, that doesn't mean that you're not worthy of some loan to get you out from underneath your debt. They take a look at, like I said, your income, your current employment, and they find you that smarter rate on your loan. With one 5-minute rate check, you can see your rate up front for loans, and you'll get a loan between $1,000 and $50,000. It can happen as quickly as just one business day after accepting your loan. So find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com upstart.com/KFC. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. That's upstart.com/KFC.
Yo, what's up? KFC, Feits, and the rest of the crew. I was just listening to your top 5 about best gym games, and it just reminded me of, I guess, collection of Simp stories. But when I was younger, I would always make sure that we got Dr. Dodgeball. Like, I'd always try to pick Dr. Dodgeball in the game, because then I would be the doctor, and I knew all my crushes in elementary school weren't going down, and I thought I was the hero. I thought I was hung, saving all of them. So I guess the question is, what weird thing did you do to a kid? I mean, you did as a kid that made you feel like heroic, or you thought, yeah, I'm gonna get the girl because of this. Like, what was something dumb? Like, for example, me was just me thinking, picking like resin girls and Dr. Dodgeball.
Did you know
was
Dr. Dodgeball?
Gonna give me their
Dr.
heart,
Dodgeball.
which is pretty
Do
dumb.
you guys know Dr.
I was like,
Dodgeball?
why aren't you kissing me after the end of the game? I just carried
So
it, but
this was
never
one that
happened.
my bomb-ass gym teacher, I thought, he invented all these games and came up with all this shit. I thought this was an original one. Maybe this kid is from fucking Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, and he knows. Dr. Dodgeball is, there's one person who, like, if you get hit, I'm reading it now, you're basically like a medic. So you're playing dodgeball, and if you get hit, you're usually frozen, and one person can come and like tag you, and he brings you back to life.
Okay.
And sometimes it's secret. So sometimes you have to wear a penny, so you know who the doctor is, and then sometimes there's secret Dr. Dodgeball, where so then the other team is obviously trying to get the doctor out because he can keep your team alive forever.
Yeah.
So then there was secret Dr. Dodgeball, where like one person would be nominated, and he would like secretly try to revive people, and like that was the ultimate.
There's a version of this with tag too, right?
Freeze tag, probably.
Freeze tag,
yeah.
yes.
You can unfreeze people, but usually you can anybody can unfreeze you from your team. This is one guy. So this guy would be Dr. Dodge. He would be the doctor, and he would go tag girls and free them and be like, I'm gonna fuck you with a Glock to your head. So what weird things or silly things did you do as a kid that you thought were gonna be like smooth, or like I was gonna be the man?
God damn, that's a tough one.
It is all stuff like this though, like in field day or gym class or recess. Like I can definitely remember when I was telling you about wall ball.
Yeah.
At that same school, wall ball was winner stays on. And if you like, there would be times where you'd be on the playground and one dude is like the winner for like all of recess, and like people would gather around. There'd be a line of kids waiting to play, and all of a sudden you'd be like, "Yeah, I've won like 7 in a row, motherfuckers." And that's more just like a macho. That's tale as old as time. Like be good at the sports, like win the game, win the girl sort of thing. But I remember thinking like, if I can win a few games of dodgeball, wall ball here, like I'm walking out here with a girlfriend.
Okay, I have one just came to mind.
I got one too.
I think I referenced it last episode also. That's probably why it's on my brain. Is I would take the blame in class all the time. I was like, I don't give a fuck.
I mean, yeah, no kidding.
What?
I mean, that's just like so you, yeah.
I brought up.
Who did it?
Like, I remember one
Me.
was like throwing the eraser. I talked about throwing the eraser.
Yeah.
That was one specific instance in like 3rd grade. Like
I remember you saying it and being thinking like that was oddly specific.
Yeah, I was like, I did that.
Took the fall for kids.
I
for
used
no
to
reason.
do it regularly.
Like I can understand if it's like, well, we all have to stay after class if no one owns up to it, so I'll just.
Oh
fucking take it.
no! Yeah,
There was a reason.
It was
Okay.
It wasn't like.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
No, I get that. That's like honorable.
Yeah, and then the other thing I used to do, because I thought it made me look like a badass, is in like little league baseball and like that, like players are pitching to us like
Okay.
that from that age, basically through high school. If I got hit, I'd say I didn't get hit. I mean, I get hit.
For all the girls watching.
Yeah, and the young be like, take your base. I'm like, nah, it didn't hit me.
Even if it like plunked you.
Like, if it
had to be like a
plunked
nick.
me, but like
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
those like, like I jump back and hit my foot, like, I don't know, I hit something else, hit a rock or something like that, and I was just like, I'm a fucking badass, man. I want to. What do you think? I want a single? Fucking no thanks. Like,
Would any girls
pitch is
even,
getting
like-
off easy right now.
The thought that there was some like girls in the stands being like, John Henry doesn't.
Bro, I was like
get hit
9.
by
I didn't
pitch.
even understand what was
I was gonna say
happening.
they weren't. There's no girls even like watching your little league games. You know.
No, that was like, here's the thing. North
Yeah,
Park.
people
North
watching.
Park, people go.
Well,
watch.
then maybe you're right. Maybe you would.
Oh,
I don't know.
no. It didn't work. No.
I remember going on. Did you ever do like field trips to like a wilderness, like a woodsy place? Like we went to somewhere in the Catskills. We went to this place called Green. It was called Green Kill, and it was basically like a summer camp, but you only went for like a day. So we did like very summer campy type of activities that usually involved like teamwork things. A lot like fucking Squid Game games where it's like you have to get across the river, and you know, like I remember one specifically. It was like you had like little islands of like wood and things, and you had planks that you could lay down and get people across, but you only had like 2 planks. So you had to get people over and all that kind of shit. That was my time to like spit some game. I would always like find my crush there.
Kevin, I notice you have a lot of implication situations.
Yeah, what did I say last week?
It was hiding in bunkers during manhunt.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we're stuck on this plank out here.
No, but doesn't that make the most sense? That's like when you're in like the fucking action movie when it's like, I'm gonna save you, we're gonna get across the river or whatever. But I would always, and you're doing like trust falls and shit and those dumb fucking activities, and I would always like pair off with somebody there, being like, yeah, if I do the trust fall really good, she's gonna fucking the last thing in the world that anybody would give a fuck about.
Oh, I disagree.
You think that was working?
If you don't kiss me, I'm gonna drop you.
Well, that's an implication situation.
It's implied, is it not? You go for the kiss before the trust fall. It's just out there. Hey, you haven't fallen off the table yet.
I don't think there's much else that I just never even like tried to be a badass. Oh, during gym class, like presidential award type shit, I could always do the sit-ups.
Oh, you mentioned this.
And sometimes I could do the pull-up.
Didn't you fart one time though?
I did, yeah. So that year, John, it backfired. That year, Becca did not work with Becca. But I remember like getting the presidential level and just like still banging them out. You know? I could go on forever. Date me. I can do 54 sit-ups in a minute. Rah.
I did that, but it was with the sit and reach because I was just flexible.
Yo, that's so funny you say that. First of all, because that ain't getting any bitches. All right, the V sit and reach.
Nope.
Well, and actually,
neither was being
actually. When you think about it, it probably should. That's like the one thing that might actually come into play.
That's
is
what
that
I
he is flexible in the bedroom.
It never.
But no, it doesn't. But I.
He was like, I can put a leg behind my head.
Again, you get to a certain age, it comes into play. I crushed the V sit and reach. And I just remember it was me and all the girls. And I remember being like, I might start faking it. I might start being like, can't go any further. Meanwhile, I could like, fucking put my whole palms on the ground and shit. Could you just still do it now?
Yeah, actually, the other day I tried stretching for the first time, and like I can still put my palms flat on the ground.
That's pretty crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You can still do that right now?
Yeah.
I could touch my toes. I don't think I could do. Can you do palms on the ground right now? All right. Palms on the ground is crazy. You can't even touch your kneecaps.
I mean, I can get like probably to mid shin.
That's deplorable. Yeah, he's like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna fucking get it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
not a single problem.
All right. Yeah, we're all doing it now.
Yeah, now you gotta. I mean, I'm gonna tear a hamstring.
I'm gonna have a problem later, but yeah.
I'm gonna tear a hamstring trying to get to my palms. I'm also particularly stiff right now, so.
Go to.
That's fucking impressive.
I can get fingertips on the ground, but I can't do palms. Ah! Go to the hospital.
All right.
Can he get to his ankles? Hold your ankles, bitch. Don't bend those knees. Don't bend them. You're cheating. With your fucking Mr. Smee
It's hard
pirate
to tell
pants.
that he's bending in those pants, though.
I know, you can't tell because he legitimately has pirate pants on. I think you're bending. Yeah.
That's it. That was.
I was actually further than I expected. You were hovering above the toe tops.
I'll tell you what, it feels kind of good right now, though.
I gotta do it again.
You gotta run it back?
It wasn't on camera.
It was, but not well.
Oh, this one's on now.
Woo!
That is so easy.
Dude, Nick, I'm turned on right now. He just went.
Kiss the knee?
Kiss the knee?
Kiss the bunny on the nose?
Look at that!
That is insane.
That was even crazier. Yeah. All right. Wow. You are a special boy, Nick. All right, last voicemail of the day is brought to you by...
Hang on a second. I think Pat just came out of the closet finally.
Oh, boy. Oh my heavens.
Pat and our boy Joey Camasta.
I mean, they definitely fucked. I'm not laughing. They fucked. There's no way. There's no way that you do this photo shoot.
I mean, it has to be for Joey's show.
It
right?
absolutely is. And looking at their outfits, this had to do. I'm sure one day in school, Pat fucked a wrestler, and they had to wear wrestling leotards, singlets, whatever. But these pictures, again, go watch on YouTube. Actually, I don't even know if I. At your own behest, buyer beware here. They had to have fucked you after this. Joey got a donk on him, though. I mean, look at that thing. That's fucking Pat looks like olive oil from fucking Popeye. Joey probably put a hurt. You probably cracked Pat open. Last voicemail of the day is brought to you by Thursday Boot Company. Thursday Boots is a company that we have collaborated with many times. Over the years, we bought our own, we made our own customized boots. This year, we finally got into the sneakers game. We collabed with their sneakers subsidiary, which is called Nothing New. So Thursday Boots makes, obviously, the boots. You can get like Chelsea boots and military boots, any style of boot, any color, any material, all of it. Available at Thursday Boots. And now Nothing New is their sneaker brand, which is all sustainable sneakers made out of sustainable materials and recycled materials and whatnot. And we each have designed our own pair. Feits, the Sad Boy Season 1s sold out instantly. We're working on the restock now. So that'll be available.
I recommend going and sign up for the waitlist. Go to the store at barstoolsports.com, find the Sad Boy Season 1s. And there's the waitlist. You can join waitlist. I recommend that. The
Moon Man ones are the pair that I'll be dropping later in October. It unfortunately got pushed back to late October, but I believe the date we're shooting for now is October 26th. So the Moon Man ones will be out. We'll put some pictures in the YouTube video, the stock photos and shit that we took. Which when we first started making the sneakers. We walked into their showroom and we looked at all the different like models and all the different styles they have, and they said, "Do you want to do a low top?" At this point, it was still the summer, and they said, "Do you want to do a slip-on or you want to do laces?" And immediately I was like, "Laces." I just think laced-up sneakers look better. But then they made a sample of the slip-ons as well, and the slip-ons I wore like into the ground right away, just sliding them on and off. And I asked them if they can just do both. And they were like, we've never even like heard of that. I never even like considered it. So they were like, fuck it, let's do it. We'll see if we can make it. So they rearranged some of the elastic and some of like the laced up eyelets. And so now the Moon Man ones, it's your choice. You can either lace them up, or if you want to take the laces out and just rock them as slip-ons, they are good to go either way. So your choice. You can change, swap in and out the laces because the elastic is still going to hold your foot in place. So kind of a new like versatile take on the low tops. It can be slip-on or laced up, like black canvas material, the leather toe, just like a good everyday staple shoe. That'll be out October 26th. An essential, a must-have. And so that I made like the dark color offering.
Those are also going to sell out in 10 minutes. So be ready at 10 a.m.
Absolutely. I think we're hoping that they can maybe include a few more. I don't know if they can get it ready in time. But Feits got you the white pair. These are the dark pair. Both must-haves for your closet. So that'll be mine will be late October, and Sad Boy Season 1s, we're working on the restock now. So check out ThursdayBoots.com. Check out Nothing New. Follow them on social. If you want quality boots, you go to Thursday. You want some comfortable, stylish sneakers, you go to Nothing New. And make sure you got all the essentials for your closet. Last voicemail. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, KFC and Feits? So I was just driving around and I noticed, people in their yards, they got like Mr. Fence. If they got a brand new fence, the company always like puts their little lawn sign out for a little while. So, people driving by see the nice fence, they're like, oh, okay, here's where they got it. Or, new roof, they always got the roof sign out, or painter, or whatever. My question is, what would be the worst thing to have advertised in your front lawn, like Mr. Smith's Therapy, or
Well, there's an antiquated take.
I don't know if you got stomach problems, like a stomach doctor, or it even could be stuff in your house, like
I would say
it's like dildo website.
Mr. Smith's body removal.
What is it?
Like when you get your house painted, the people who just painted your house, they put like a little thing in your lawn that says like, you know, so this is like what thing would you not want advertised that's basically happening at your house? He said therapy.
What? I don't even understand it.
Yeah, it's
like you're a therapist? Or
no, like you receive therapy.
You're therapy.
Yeah,
oh, okay. Yeah, that one's
so
not.
like it's got to be something embarrassing or incriminating or.
This is Steve's artificial insemination station.
Wow.
That's
so that would mean
you got her in the basement.
Huh?
Yeah,
that's turkey basters in the basement.
Yeah.
That's don't.
I had one. This is growing up.
Bro, by the way, just Trig, get working on it right now. Get working on the logo for Steve's Insemination Station right now. Steve's Artificial Insemination Station. That's SAIS. Steve's Artificial Insemination Station. Says so highs. We'll work on that.
Man, if we could really get that into ISIS, that'd be great.
Yeah. The Gillian Keeves skit. Have you seen that?
No.
That's exactly the premise of
the car
Keeves.
one.
ISIS.
ISIS car.
Come on down to Bob's ISIS dealer. To be clear, we are not affiliated with the terrorists.
But remember when that happened with one of the guys? Like someone like sold their truck and then his truck got bought by ISIS.
No
yeah, it was like a
way.
construction worker.
I feel like they're always driving little pickups.
It's
right?
yeah, it's like a little
And they just
Toyota
put
like
the turret
pickup
on top and they
I'm
just
gonna
have a
see if I
machine
can
gun.
unbelievable backfire.
Very funny.
I'm doing an ISIS construction truck.
So he's just like, yeah. So I sold it to this guy in my neighborhood for like, you know,
Texas plumber sues car dealer after his truck ends up on Syria's front line.
Syria?
Mark 1 plumbing.
Oh, it still had the fucking. That's honestly the funniest thing I've ever seen. Mark 1 Plumbing sells his pickup to, local Ford dealership. They sell it to some guy who ships it overseas to fucking Syria, and it's turned into a terrorist mobile.
Oh,
holy shit!
On it and everything.
No,
imagine just wait, where you go?
The goddamn Syrians couldn't just like
look at this
fucking
409-935-4188. Bro, look at this fucking picture. This is more clear. Hang on, wait, how do I go back? Oh, no. How the fuck? Okay, so I went from that one to this one. Yes, here it is. Boom.
Yo, can I tell you something really funny? The pictures of the Taliban and ISIS and all that, they're always smiling delightfully. What is up with this thing where we take pictures of the Taliban in like pool floats and partying and stuff? The Taliban's always dancing or floating on pool floats, like laughing and smiling. It's always just ridiculous scenes where they're like having a good time.
You guys were off Friday Night Pints last week. This is exactly what they talked about.
They're so
really
yeah. It's like look at the like you'll have fucking CNN being like, and then like the Taliban is retaking Kabul, and there's a picture of them like playing hopscotch. Like what is they're playing all the lawn games we're talking about. Like the Taliban's playing mat ball out there.
Them in the duck boats where the guy just brought his RPG on the duck boat.
Yeah, he's got a fucking rocket launcher and they're just pedaling around.
Like, dude, but can you imagine being Mark? And like you're sitting home after a long day of plumbing,
imagine
snaking drains and stuff,
and then you see your shit.
Look,
the fucking bumper cars, Taliban bumper cars, and they're just like little kids. You know what it is? It's because they are all, their brains are not formed all the way. They're like severely uneducated people who have the brains of like 7-year-olds. So they're just like, oh my god, this is so much fun. It's like when you take your children to like ride Playland. It's like they're just seeing that shit for the first time.
Yeah.
Mark the plumber,
pouring himself a glass of whiskey.
he has a big old white mustache. You'll see the picture if you're watching. And he's like, yeah,
bro, I thought you didn't see it yet, and you were just
oh
like,
no, he was that top corner. But you know that he like sold that one, probably upgraded. You know, he's probably like, oh, now I got the Ford,
business
I got
is
the
booming.
F350.
Got home, got my whiskey, my chicken steak. But might as well pop on the news real quick. You gotta be fucking kidding me. It's like,
dissenters in Syria have taken over the city and killed the women and children driving
Walton.
this car. Mark 1 plumbing. I mean, what are the fucking chances of that?
It is unbelievable.
And the fact that like the Taliban can't just like, I don't know, throw a coat of paint on that. You can't just scrape out can't take off the decal. Can't hook up Mark. Like dude,
he was only suing for $1 million.
Oh, I would sue for everything.
I'd sue for so much more than that.
I look at
$1 million. I shouldn't even go to court. They should just pay that because
they all right,
oh yeah, you're right.
Absolutely.
Like, we owe you $1 million. Fine.
That I feel like even the fucking ISIS guys would be like, bro, let's paint this over.
Yeah.
Like, come on, we can't do that guy that dirty. We can't fuck over Mark that bad. You know what we're about to go do in this fucking truck? You know what? Mark doesn't need that on his hands.
Right,
Yeah,
elliptical
Taliban
backwards,
on the elliptical.
On the elliptical backwards is
Gotta
the game.
gotta work those hamstrings, man. And they're all look at them always like running around, all excited.
This reminds me of one of my
I swear to
all-time
God,
favorite videos. With fucking when
just
the
driving in circles.
Google U.S. troops teach jumping jacks.
The best.
I mean,
The
is-
fucking when they clap,
dude,
they jump.
It doesn't
and clap.
make any.
Oh, it's amazing. That's why they when they say like they're like these are the people that we're training to win the fight. And then it's like, well, these are the people on the other side, and they're the guys who can't even lift the fucking bar.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the best.
Wait, no, not that. I don't think this is the one.
Oh no, that's like the one. Yeah. And you see the guy pointing,
It's
like,
like,
no, stop, wait, get him together first.
But like, imagine trying I don't know, like the first time I ever tried to, the first time I tried to do a jumping jack, I was 28 years old. I'd have no idea what I was.
I don't know though. Maybe, but I also think
still do. I do jumping jacks regularly.
I
I
think-
still fuck up jumping jacks all the time, bro. I do jumping jacks probably every day.
how do you fuck him up?
Like just like sometimes it gets off beat, so like.
But you get off beat like once.
Yeah,
You're right,
yeah,
and then you
right.
get it together pretty fucking
Yeah.
quickly. I'm telling you, man. It's like trying. That looks like if I'm trying to teach Keegan and Shay to do jumping jacks, that's what they do. These are fucking grown men who are gonna go fight a war. Okay.
Bro, what was this voicemail about? No one
Wait,
look it up.
No, don't say.
I don't even.
Oh,
have
I know.
it.
It was like if you wanted a sign outside your house.
Oh yeah. Okay.
which is like I hope that guy was super high. That's a weird question, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like thinking. Like,
But we never got to what I was actually gonna say. There was one in Fall River. I was at the bottom of Pleasant Street, I believe. It was called Ned's Dental, and it was clearly in someone's garage, and not a nice home. It like a 3-story individual family, 3-family home.
Yeah.
Where someone was just doing dental out back. I wonder if it's definitely the government found out about it and shut it down. But
that was just a guy with a pair of pliers who was like, "Come on in, I'll rip the teeth out of your head."
Yeah, right. It's like,
Yeah.
I'll change your oil while we're doing it.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, if I could find the sign, if someone out there could find me the sign at the, I think it was Pleasant Street. I'm not really sure. It was just hand painted on the side of a house, like
an arrow pointing.
Ned's Dental back here. It was insane. It was insane. There has to be a picture of this.
I mean, how low do you
gotta
be to go to that?
Again, I think it was Pleasant Street, but it's the bottom of a steep hill in the north end of Fall River. It's called Ned's Dental. I'll never forget it. It was as scary as walking past the Hot Topic, driving by Ned's Dental. You thought someone was gonna pop out and grab you. All right.
That's like the premise of a horror movie.
Yeah.
Like the dental murderer. There was a story recently about a kid who got some sort of large toy stuck up his ass. What was it? Fuck. It was on the blog not too long ago. And I was just thinking if someone made a house call to get that thing out of your asshole. Having that on your fucking,
No idea how it happened. $1,000,001 shot.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll wrap it up on that one.
Yeah. Go support Mark One Plumbing.
We'll put up a picture of Fights is Fit. We'll have you vote on that. Go over to Twitter and vote whether it's hot or not. Hop on Twitter and let us know. Give us any feedback on what was the best voicemail today?
There's only 2. So the other one.
What was the other one?
What did you used to do to impress girls?
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one.
Hop on Twitter. Let us know what you used to do when you were a kid to try to impress girls or boys. If the girls used to do anything to impress boys, girls were just like, I just showed up and I breathed. That's all it took. But give us feedback on Am I the Asshole and hit the voicemail line, 646-807-8665. We always want new voicemails. Check out the new updates on the ATI app. Get on the wait list for the Sad Boy Season 1s. Be on the lookout for the Moon Man ones. We've got the new color block hoodies that are out right now.
Those are sick.
Those are
really
fucking fire. Yeah. They got the red and blue Nintendo Switch color. We got the Easter color and the mint colors as well. So new hoodies are out. Sad Boy Season. Let's define it right now. I had that thought, by the way, because temperature for me is very different than temperature for you. When I wake up, like fucking Sad Boy Season's already happened. If you wake up at 6 a.m.
Yeah,
you know?
I would say 10 a.m.
Temperature at 10 a.m. is 3 days below 60.
3 days below 60.
It's coming because
we will drop everything. We got stuff coming. We got heater stuff coming.
I mean, like tomorrow at 10 a.m. At 9 a.m. it's 61. Tomorrow at 8 a.m. will be 59 degrees. 10 a.m. is 63. So if the forecast is off a little bit and it's, say, 59 at 10 a.m., we could technically have the first day to start. And we'll see if we can get through it. And then the clock resets. You gotta go back to day one, one day if it's above 60 degrees. So
I mean, we're looking.
Place your bets. What day will Sad Boy Season officially
October 17th.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, I was going to say October 21st.
Okay.
October 27th.
27th, late in the game.
Jackie?
July.
October. What are we?
I was going to say she wasn't paying attention at all. I can see that on her face.
You just finished up another video here on KFC Radio, so click subscribe. If you've watched it all the way through, you know that you like our content. You know you're going to watch more of our content in the future. So click subscribe now, and it'll just pop up on your YouTube. You won't miss anything.
It is free. I promise you.
$0.
Free for you, great for us.
Click it.